wrestling fans, and welcome to Wrestling Gab. It is Monday. That means it's time for Monday Night Raw. Delitha, Travis, Wrestling Gab, the whole shebang.
Hey everybody, it's
She
the
bangs,
new night,
she bangs.
and it's the new start of Raw with all the drafted people we don't remember.
We got 3 championship matches tonight for that World Championship.
Oh.
So there's a triple threat. Then there's another triple threat. And then the winners of those 2 triple threats wrestle in the main event tonight. So there's 3 matches in that tournament. All of them decided tonight.
So they literally are going to decide who's going today.
For a Raw side.
And then SmackDown Friday.
Yeah, and who knows how they're going to do it on Friday.
2 weeks to what? Until they go to...
Saudi Arabia.
Yeah. They only have like a... It's fucking dumb. Why would they...
We're going to get a lot of the young kids from NXT, it sounds like. And we're going to get a huge return. Or basically, Becky Lynch is coming back. I don't know why they said
Where'd she leave to? Was she gone?
Remember how she had the missing wanted shirt? Like, missing?
Oh, yeah.
She was missing. Yeah. She's back. Supposedly. That's rumors. Rumors. I mean, if they're wise, that's how they started out, right? Like...
That's not it.
That's how it started.
Huh.
That's how they
Anyways,
started.
we have people in the chat, though.
What?
That's what they say. Erika is with us tonight. Sophie is out there. Bryce, Robert Warney, Walter is with us. Hey, guys. We also have Pikola now with us. Hey, guys. How's it going? Hopefully you had a good rest of your weekend this weekend. And all that good stuff. Ready for some new Raw.
Oh my God, this show's 2 minutes old. It seems like it's been going on forever. No, just kidding.
Oh my God, it's been on for 4 hours already.
Ah, teasing. Oh, they're telling us they're 12. Shinsuke Nakamura.
Erika
Talk about
5.
Seth having a bye in the first round. He almost has no competition on his bracket.
Erika said, just got the notification came. So it says, hi, wow, starting earlier.
Woo!
Erika says, sorry, I wasn't here.
Woo!
Backlash, I was busy.
Woo!
Don't worry about it, Erika. Understand it's a weekend. It's a busy time. Bryce said, hello. D. Travis, happy Monday. Robert said, hey, how's it going? And Walsh says, hey, Travis, hey, Daphne, Raw tonight. Ready. Good Backlash on Saturday. So he said Backlash was a better pay-per-view than I thought it was going to be. Robert says, how was Backlash? I missed it. Had to work. It was pretty good. Wasn't too shabby, I suppose.
Pay-per-views are always decent.
Let's see. Sophie's like,
This
summertime is almost here. How
moment.
did that UFC pay-per-view do?
It was fun because there was people over, but it wasn't my favorite pay-per-view I've ever watched.
Nah.
There was no memorable...
It was kind of lackluster, but it was what it was. Chris says, hey, guys. And Sophie says they announced 12 wrestlers competing in the World Heavyweight Championship. Walsh says,
Fact.
Savio Vega and Carlito was at Backlash.
Fact.
Cool. Piccolo says, nope, stop making time go faster. Sophie says, Night of the Champions is 19 days away. Of course, they want to announce the finals as soon as possible. And John says, what's up, gang? Hey, John, how's it going tonight? Piccolo says, I don't know, guys.
Oh, Cody coming out first.
Be in the mood for Monday night screwball hijinks. Possibly. Sophie says, I wonder how they chose the 12 men for this tournament.
So get this. Cody has to wrestle Finn and The Miz.
Oh, Jesus.
So he gets like almost like a bye.
Huh.
Although
Sophie,
The Miz should win that.
Yeah.
I'm just
Sophie,
saying.
so the 12 men, how they picked them was they just put all their names in hats and then just randomly had people draw a name out.
It was probably out of Stephanie's butt.
It might have been out of her butthole.
Anyways, and then obviously Damian Priest, Shinsuke Nakamura, and Seth in the other one. So now I have to withdraw my bid that Shinsuke Nakamura is going to advance because Seth's winning that. I didn't know they were going to do triple threat things.
John says, who the heck picked these 12 for the tournament?
That was
Probably the internet.
That was out of the butt. So
Stephanie just pooped him out earlier. Don't worry about it, guys. Piccolo's like, but I'm here to make fun of you, Marks. Oh, good, Piccolo. Somebody's here to make fun of somebody.
Woo!
Ravi is also in the chat. Chris says, I like how this is over 2 nights. I think Brock attacks Cody and he gets replaced by LA Knight. Yeah.
That's what they need to do. They need
Or just,
Cody out of this.
Either attack him so he can't compete, and then LA Knight, like, or somebody replaces him, or they just fight with the other guys.
I don't know if they'll keep the Brock storyline going, though, even though they could. It's just Brock's is really expensive.
Yeah.
He gets paid a lot of money. And so to have him on TV costs a lot of money.
He wants to come in and give him one more slap after his getting, cut open.
The crowd was awesome to him afterwards. Brock stayed out there, broke character. They were chanting, Suplex City.
Oh, yeah.
Suplex City. And then he started laughing and he was in the ring.
Robbie,
I posted it on our TikTok.
Robbie says it was so good I fell asleep for the rematch. Walter says Cody Rhodes starting Raw. Bryce.
The umpire just got hit in the throat.
Oh, is he dead?
He's alive. He's standing there.
Oh, he's just standing there?
Oh, yeah, but he
he
ran away at first.
He ran away.
Yeah, he got hit. He didn't know what to do.
It's like, ah! I don't know what to do.
Watch.
Oh, it ricocheted. Oh, fuck. The catcher's like, I got you.
It's okay to pass out. They have a thing there, but still it hurts. Woo! It's Cody time. What you want to talk about?
Oh, God.
We don't use that one very much.
What did he say?
Duvois? What do you want to
Dubois?
talk about?
Oh, are they going to let him go? Are they going to let him,
Maybe Duvois is like, do you want?
They're going to make him step out.
Yeah, they'll probably just put the other guy, like the third base umpire up there or something.
Like, we're going to have you come out.
Yeah, because he could be concussed.
Well, yeah, after it ricocheted onto his throat hole. Total concussion.
Hey, the pitcher at least gets to warm up a little more.
Talk about it.
Let's give them something to talk about. How about Backlash?
Walter says Cody Rhodes starting Raw. Bryce says, I guess it's finally happening in my hometown of Jacksonville, Florida. It is. It's happening right now. Right now.
This second.
Quentin Mitchell in the chat. Hey, Quentin says, did you hear about Taya Valkyrie got suspended?
No?
For real, or is it fake?
What's it from?
What did she do?
Was she on performance enhancers?
Right. John Sparkling says Brock will take Cody out. Chris
That's what we're looking forward to
I wish
here.
Seth versus Naka, but they on same brand.
I know. Not only that, they're in the same triple threat match, too.
Sophie says, why is Theory in this tournament and not Gunter? I want Gunter to stay far away from it, personally. Bryce says, man, it would be awesome to be there in person, but it's a lot better on TV.
Well, yeah, you get a lot better sound, you get a lot better everything, but...
Walter says, I'm glad Brock Lesnar lost. Sophie says, with the tournament, they already broke the brand split rules since the World Heavyweight Championship is exclusive to Raw. Did they?
Whoever wins, it's going to be on Raw. We know that. So if the SmackDown dude ends up winning it,
He's
like
gonna
Edge,
go to Raw,
he'll just
and
go
that's
to Raw.
Pico says, obviously, the tourney's a ruse, and the title is a consolation prize.
Fact.
Sophie says Raw got a stacked roster so they could do a regular tournament instead of asking SmackDown stars to be in it. Chris says black and white light has blood. Robbie says,
exactly.
Meant to betting new neighbors. Let's hope they are better than the last bozos.
Sounded like you said new neighbors that you're going to like bed.
Yeah, meant to betting.
Right.
That's what he says.
Right.
Meant to betting. Does this make sense to you in normal words? Meant to betting new neighbors. Let's hope they are better than the last bozos.
Right.
So
it would be cooler if he was trying to bet them.
I'm guessing he met the new neighbors, and here's to betting that the new neighbors are better than the last bozos.
Right.
I guess. I'm guessing because I have no idea. Sophie says it looks like they're going to continue Brock versus Cody after Backlash. Are they? Walter says there's there in Florida warm weather. Sophie says, isn't that an AEW reference? Chris says people booing Cody because Jacksonville AEW. I don't seem to be booing him.
Boo!
Justin says, who is kicking off Monday Night Raw? Well, it's Cody Rhodes
Cody's
right now.
on there right this sec.
I don't know if he's out there because they're going to start off with the new World Heavyweight Championship tournament that they're having, possibly. Does he?
He does deserve a championship, but
he doesn't deserve that
he
one.
lost.
Don't give him that crap. Don't give him that. Nope.
Here comes Seth.
I don't want him to have that one.
Here comes Seth.
It's just
They're hinting it's going to be him and Seth in the final.
dumb.
Which still, it could maybe not be. It's Seth's time.
So he says, but they gave the tournament spots to 2 Hall of Famers instead of fresh stars. Walter says Cody is in WWE, not AEW. And Piccolo says Jacksonville is too spread out. It's definitely a mid-city. Nobody really wants to live there. That's fun. Robbie says, ended up DJing, headlining my mate's event on Sunday. Have the outdoor crowd bouncing.
That's hella cool.
Jermaine Trevino in the chat. Jermaine says,
Jermaine.
I guess Solo failed his mission. Maybe.
Yeah.
Walter says, good names and tournament. And Chris says, I feel like new title is a consolation prize even for Seth.
It is.
Because he
for
will
anybody.
always play second fiddle to Roman and will never main event Mania as long as Roman is champ.
Fact.
Sophie says with Night of Champions in Saudi. And they said in the commercial is where every championship is on the line. Daz Reynolds in the chat. Hey, Daz says, big up. Hope you are both well. Hope Seth wins his match. Walter
They're
says,
starting it out with Seth's match first. So that's going to be Nakamura and some other riffraff. Not that Nakamura's riffraff, but the other guy. Damian Priest. Round 1 up next. Damian Priest, Seth freaking Rollins, and Shinsuke Nakamura. Now remember, Seth doesn't have to be involved in the loss to lose this match. So he could lose.
True.
By being alive.
True.
But just not.
And how is Damian going to really be in this match because his leg's broken? I saw. He couldn't even stand on it. Walter says Seth Rollins okay. Chris says, Cody doesn't want to do this either. Sophie says at least the tournament isn't predictable at least.
It's pretty damn predictable.
Seems predictable.
It's Seth and Cody versus, and I don't remember who's on the other.
The only way that it's not Seth and Cody is if Cody somehow gets eliminated
in the
and
back.
Somebody else gets put in his place, or it's going to be weird. But as predictable as you could be, that would probably be the most predictable way to go with it. Sophie's like, well, they actually do Cody versus Seth 4 on free TV, though. Walter says, okay, at 9:12 p.m. I'm going. I'll be here Wednesday for AEW. Oh, sorry, guys. It's a long day. Robbie says, meant to be getting new neighbors. Oh. Meant to be getting new neighbors.
I like the mint to be betting, anyways.
Meant to bet them. Nah, haven't met them yet. The last neighbors used to think I was making noise when I was at work most days or out. They would knock on my window in the middle of the day. What a bunch of creepers.
That's funny.
You know, in America, that could get people shot. I don't think you want to knock on somebody's window and then have a shotgun in your face. Do you need something?
And a new pair of shorts.
Yeah. Go away. Piccolo says, oh, look, hockey draft. Much better than this circus show attempting to spice things up. We have baseball on the other side. So
I'm watching the Cubs game.
Erika
Cubs
says,
in St. Louis.
Great intro to Raw today.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one.
Sophie says it'll be interesting to see how they build the feud between whoever wins the Raw final and the SmackDown final with a couple weeks. Walter says Seth Rollins for the win. Vindicator says, how you doing, Dalitha and Travis? Pretty good. Vin, how are you doing? Did you have a good rest of your weekend?
Personally, I would like to see Nakamura win this first match, but it's going to be Seth.
Justin says, could it be possible that Damian Priest versus Finn Balor match happened for the World Heavyweight Championship?
No, they're on different brand, or they're on the same brand.
Let's see. Pico says Calgary Flames number 16. John Sparkland says Priest just lost to Bugs Bunny. LOL. Now he's in the tournament.
Yeah, Makes sense.
Sophie says WWE won't be going to Puerto Rico for a while, depending on how much the board in Puerto Rico going to pay. Vindicator says, okay, time to do what I do best. Complain. It's disappointing the pseudo tournament is done by triple threats than one-on-one. Utter nonsense.
Nonsense. 100%
I felt the same
agree.
way. I thought, oh, they have 6 guys. They'll do
2 versus
2, right? Because
Uh-huh.
then that's 3 matches. And then they'll have...
Like a bye or something.
And then they could have
You'd
a
have to have
triple.
more,
They
yeah.
could have a triple threat after that.
Right.
So they'd have a winner, 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 right? And then they could have a triple threat. Or let's say they did them all together and like, oh, these 2 have to fight and this guy has they all have to fight each other somehow.
Like a tournament.
Not like a triple threat, but just
A normal bracketology. Like that. It'd be those 2, those 2, those 2, those 2, those 2, those 2. And they'd advance, they'd advance, they'd advance. That guy would play that guy would play that guy, that guy would play that guy, then that one would play that one play that one, then that one plays that one.
yeah.
Then we have championship.
But even if they do it this way, it's stupid that they're doing
they
the
even
2,
show.
the
I didn't
one
realize
against
this.
1.
I didn't realize they showed this. I put it as our thumbnail, but I didn't notice. So Bobby Lashley, Sheamus, Austin Theory is in one triple threat. Edge, Rey Mysterio, and AJ Styles in the other triple threat on Friday. That's cute. Edge is going to have a tough one because AJ is really hot right now.
Mm.
But Bobby should walk through that side.
Sophie says him at the tournament final is unpredictable. Piccolo says, ew,
Yeah.
boards, tell me more, Sophie. Sophie's like, everybody might go to Australia for a future pay-per-view. Glowing Blueprint in the chat. Hey, Glowing says, who is the most underrated woman and man in WWE?
Oh, underrated man would be Bobby Lashley. Woman. Who's very underrated as a woman? I don't know. I can't think of a woman that would be underrated. Most of them are about where they are.
Yeah.
Trying to think if there's one that's going to say. Xylee. I'll go with Xylee. She gets nothing. She gets no love. And she's one of the best.
Yeah, did she even get drafted?
Yeah. She was the only Asian on Raw.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. SmackDown got all the other Asians. Or vice versa. One side got all the Asians, and I was making fun of it. I was like, well, I guess I put all the Asians on one side. And then I saw Xylee. I was like, yeah, they want to keep the Chinese away from the Japanese, I guess.
That's weird.
Yeah, it was Raw she's on Raw.
Vindicator says, also disappointing that Solo, LA, Montez, and Gable are not in this tourney. And they are some hard work, good soldier, mother effers.
So I'm hoping, I'm just throwing it out there, I'm hoping that the names that you just named kind of are in the Money in the Bank match. And then we're going to get an LA Knight push, maybe. I know everybody's saying it, though. That's the problem, is everybody wants LA Knight. As long as they don't turn on him, it'll work.
Yeah.
But a lot of the time, people love him, and then they turn, not on him, but on somebody immediately. After they get the push, they're like, oh, he sucks.
Right?
I got what I want. I didn't like it.
So he says, like, who on SmackDown will win that part of that tournament?
I think it'll be Bobby Lashley and Edge or AJ. Probably AJ. Just looking at the talent.
Pico says surfboards, longboards, skateboards, lots of boards. Robbie says, yeah, they said I was playing my music too loud and threatened to call the cops on me. I told the guy, go ahead, but they never did because they knew they were in the wrong. Harley's in the chat. Hey, Harley says, hi, guys. Sorry I'm late. You're not late. They haven't even really started.
They haven't even had a match yet.
They're starting off with that tournament for that heavyweight championship stuff. They're doing a triple threat
Damian,
between all, like, the guys. So
Shinsuke.
the 6 guys, there's a triple threat and a triple threat. And the
Seth's
first
already
one,
out there.
Yeah. And the first one is the group of
Seth, Damian, and Shinsuke.
Sophie says, I thought the world gives someone from NXT one of the tournament spots. They shouldn't. Robbie says, what do you call a singing laptop? A doll. Sophie says, AJ Styles and Edge do have history as well as Edge and Ray. Pico says, I'm sure whatever way they do it won't matter. There's going to be predetermined dummy to gloat being a second-rate champion. Yeah, that's why I'm hoping it's not Cody because it's just stupid.
It really, really, really needs to be The Miz.
So, So, right.
No,
it
I'm
really
not.
does.
I'm not kidding.
It just needs to be the Miz. Like,
Just put it on the
everybody hates
fucking
him
Miz.
anyways.
Have him lose it after Money in the Bank or something. It'll work.
Make him
Now
be the
all
champion
the
for a
think
while.
about this. All those Grand Slam champions are no longer Grand Slam champions.
True.
They're all. It's all erased.
Obsolete.
So now you've got to win this to become the Grand Slam champion again, and the Miz would need that, and he'd be the first Grand Slam champion.
They owe him. They owe him big.
I mean, it wouldn't be that hard to do. Just have Brock or somebody attack Cody to start a new storyline, and then just have him pin Finn after Cody hits him with that crossroads.
Right. True. Sophie says Bad Bunny might be back for SummerSlam. John says not sure what's worse, this BS tournament or drafting the girl with broken foot from NXT.
Yeah, right.
Sophie says, I wonder how they decide what the triple threat matches were going to be. Motor Torque Wrestling in the chat. Hey, Motor Torque. Nice to see you. Thanks for hanging out and joining us.
Yeah.
I see Cody winning the triple threat match. Then interview happened with Byron Saxon. All of a sudden, Brock take Cody out, setting up a replacement as Drew McIntyre facing Seth for the main event.
100. There you go. I love the prediction. I love the booking. Here comes Shinsuke Nakamura right now. Seth's already out there, so now we're just waiting on Damien to come out last.
I guess.
It's awkward.
That's weird. Janelle Jackson in the chat says hi. Hi, Janelle.
Hey, Janelle.
Piccolo says if Damian Priest lost, why does he get an opportunity? Piccolo's like, shit just don't make sense. Does it ever? And is his knee still broken or is it fine now? Ravi says, so when will WWE have decent story to get into as a viewer? Fuck, fine now, Ravi. Motor Torque says, I think Seth versus AJ is a bigger match at WrestleMania, not Night of Champions. I'm going with Edge.
Yeah.
Bobby Zapata in the chat. Hey, Bobby says Finn Balor versus Damian Priest can happen. It can happen.
Tonight.
It can happen tonight. But one of them would still have to win to be in the tournament to be against a SmackDown guy.
Let's be honest. He's in there to get pinned.
Oh, definitely.
He's the guy that's getting pinned in this match.
Yeah.
Or submitted or whatever.
He's definitely losing.
Yeah, he's the one on his back.
Who else is going to be a loser?
It's just like the Bronson Reed in that triple threat match. They didn't want Bobby to look weak, and they didn't want Austin to look weak. So they put Bronson Reed in there to take that fall.
Ravi says, so has Kevin done that numbskull still working creative or John Laurinaitis
I don't think either one. John Laurinaitis, I'm
pretty sure
80% sure he got fired.
Yeah.
Or not fired, but let go.
Yeah.
Especially after the lawsuits and stuff.
Sophie says, we could see Seth versus Finn as a callback to when they met for the first Universal Championship. Piccolo says, gonna watch some Jeopardy. Ooh, Jeopardy. Ravi says, Damian Priest will end up in Impact soon. LOL. Sophie says, and we don't know if the losers of this tournament will have plans going into Night of Champions. Harley says, I want my Backlash match prediction bet with. I want my or one.
Probably won the one.
Won
he did
your
it with
Backlash match prediction bet with your friend. Robbie says, D, I will take that as a never then for a decent storyline. Sophie says they could do Edge versus Rollins at Night of Champions. Sophie says, or Ray versus Seth at Night of Champions as well. John says this has Bruce Pritchard, a.k.a. Brother Love, all over this because the writers are on strike.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh. So, the thing of it is, guys, is that
'cause I love
there's all kinds of different writers, right? And there's all kinds of different writers in different unions. So that doesn't necessarily mean that they're wrestling.
Yeah, they're probably not
strike.
in the Guild.
Could you imagine if they were? Because if Vince is running shit, he's going to say,
Bye.
I'll write it and you can go fuck off.
Yeah, bye.
Yeah.
I'll just
He don't
hire
give
new
a
writers.
shit. He will hire the person who wants to fucking work. He does not care about their feelings. If you guys haven't figured that out yet, I feel bad for you. Very bad for you. Piccolo says, okay, I ate a Snickers. Yowie wowie, WWE is the best thing ever.
There you go. That's a good idea.
You're not you.
When you're hungry.
When you're hungry. We're like, Piccolo's not himself after he eats a Snickers.
I need to keep a bucket of them right
You're
here.
too happy and go lucky. Like that's gonna
It's like,
work.
here you go, Sweetie.
Yeah, you might have Snickers thrown at your face across the room.
Matrix.
It says D, it's John Laurinaitis. He's got no voice.
Yeah, he looks like this.
Laryngitis. Well, I know what you're putting, but I know his name is Laurinaitis.
Yeah, he's a Bella's mom fucker.
Bobby says, I wish WWE sent out a WWE now so we know what's happening tonight. Well, the tournament is happening.
We're going to get some NXT call-ups
tonight for the heavyweight championship, guys.
We're going to get some NXT call-ups. We're going to get a Becky Lynch sighting. The main event's going to be the winner of this tournament.
They're doing all of it tonight for Raw, by the way. All 6 men are going on tonight. 2 triple threats are happening. The winner of each triple threat will then fight each other tonight in the main event or later or whatever.
Fact.
And then you'll have your person who's already known and going to Night of Champions. Literally, it's happening tonight. You'll know that who that's going to be tonight for Raw. And the same thing's going to happen on SmackDown this week.
And that's at least 40+ minutes of wrestling.
If they do it right and they get the
Well, if they do it right,
secondary-
it could be 60+. 20-minute matches, 3 of them. Mm-hmm. But I don't think they'll do that. But they could. Depends on how much Vince is really running things or how much Triple H is really running things.
Yeah. Sophie says Trish versus Becky is going to continue their feud.
Yes.
John says they fired Laurinaitis. P. Cole says hate that fat man Bruce. Robbie says Cola.
I liked Brother Love when I was a kid. I didn't know it was Bruce Pritchett.
Right.
But then I was like, hey, that's Brother Love.
And then you're like, yeah, that guy.
Hit the red face. I love you.
Robbie's like, Colello, not even a stickers can make WWE better. Sophie says if WWE writers did walk the picket line of the strike, the WWE is screwed. Sure, no. Sophie. Sure. That's hilarious, you guys. You guys think that...
Vince would tear up the script and rewrite it on Mondays anyways.
Yeah. He would just do it himself.
They ain't doing
I don't
too
know
much.
where you guys think that that's really going to hurt anything. He doesn't give a fuck. You guys think that he...
No.
You're hilariously just ignorant of everything that happens there. Robbie's like, Vince changing the script 10 minutes before.
Right.
I was like, D, you're not you when you're hungry. LOL. Chris says, Naka versus Rollins New Japan style match. Priest is getting in the way. Piccolo says, oh, if you talk about no knees, that motherfucker Pritchard, he's been taking it from behind for 3 decades.
Yeah.
Or more. Oh, more Vince, deeper. Tonight, Monday. Sophie says, if Triple H is running stuff, then I don't see him doing what Vince would have done
He's
if
like
the writing
the imp
joined
on
this.
Pulp Fiction.
Right. Yeah. Even if Sophie, if Triple H is running stuff, he'll do exactly what Vince tells him to fucking do. So if the writers join the strike, guess what? Those fucking writers don't have a job. And somebody's going to write it. And if it ain't going to be Triple H, then it's going to be somebody. And if Triple H ain't careful, he might have a job either. Everybody is expendable. And especially now, with everybody involved and who owns it.
Yeah, with Endeavor.
Vindicator says, so it's back to reality for these wrestlers. They are not getting the same obnoxious crowd reactions they got on Saturday night. Sad, really. Vindicator says, hope it doesn't cause any lack of focus or botches tonight.
It'll be fine.
Chris says Trish will bring in Eva Marie as her tag partner versus Becky and Lita. Is Lita even wrestling?
Smoke shows.
Walter says, come on, Seth, get the win. Robbie says, Sophie sniffing glue with Riddle with that comment. Piccolo's like, somebody's delusional. Vince is an egomaniac. So he's like, the WWE is being run 50-50 by both Triple H and Vince.
Okay.
Right.
Sounds good. Has anybody noticed Seth's, shin pads don't match his pants?
Why doesn't his shin pads match his pants?
I don't know.
Why are they green? Maybe he likes them green.
Because there's a hurricane
green.
coming through.
Vindicator says the show's being as bad as they were told me Vince stopped caring years ago. Walter says, good luck to Drew McIntyre. Why? What's going on?
Drew Mac.
Sophie says, do you see the WWE holding a pay-per-view in Australia or Africa?
Yeah. No on the second one. Yes on the first one. Definitely going to have one
Definitely
in
Australia.
Probably even as early as next year.
Walter says, sorry, no movies next year. John Sparkland says, no doubt Vince has final say. Bruce and Hunter have input.
Right.
It's true. They probably do have some input of stuff, but yeah. I mean, that's the kind of stuff you just have to be logical and realistic about that kind of thing. Especially with your guys' strike talk and crap. And there are different writers in different places and doing different things. And just because writers on stupid shit isn't happening, I don't give a flying crap. Good. No movies? Fantastic. They don't need to be making movies anymore anyways. They can't come up with anything original, and the shit they come up with is so stupid that why would anybody want to watch it anyways?
Let's remake it. What is it? I don't care. Let's make a movie of Friends.
Right.
And then we'll do Modern Family. What else is there? Come on, brainstorm. What else is there?
Right.
Perfect Strangers. Let's go. Three's Company. We're doing it.
Bobby says, will Brock ever have all the titles? No.
No. I don't think they're keeping those as 2 titles, by the way, guys.
So
I know it looks like he's going to have 3 belts and all that, but I think that 2 belts is going to turn into 1 belt. Mm-hmm. I'm just going out on a limb and saying that. It would be weird if they had 3 world titles. It's already watered down enough with 2. 3 would be weird.
Right. So says, do you think we'll get the championship swap between Bianca and Rhea tonight?
Probably not.
John says, Robbie,
or they might not do it. Who knows?
I don't know.
I mean, I feel like they're going to do it at some point. But.
Yeah. John says, Robbie, I think Brock is leaving soon. Robbie says, no, Sophie, nor tonight. Not tonight. Robbie says John is actually leaving. Sophie says, when Triple H was fully in charge of WWE for 9 months, it was good. Sure, Sophie. Vindicator says, yeah, Sophie, they might as well swap. Continue WWE long run of stupidity. Robbie's like, John, is he actually leaving? Chris says, do you think Cora and Stratton will be Triple H under the table club with No Knees Tegan, Miriam, Spaghetti's wife, Bailey, Kai, Shotzi, and Cryberry Liv? That's a long line.
Triple H is a busy man.
Walter says, good, more matches later, not sure who. John says, Freddie Prinze Jr. was a writer. They fired him. Same with Road Dogg.
He didn't get fired, but yes, they did get rid of him. But he got rid of himself. But
yeah. He wrote himself off.
Yeah, he wanted to spend time with his children, and he knew if he kept with WWE because they travel so much that there's just no way.
More so than if he did movies. Harley says, how was the rest of your guys' weekend?
It was good, I think.
Yeah. It was very quiet on Sunday. Didn't do anything. It was kind of nice. Seth has got Nakamura down.
Seth going up top.
What are we gonna do?
High risk. Is it going to pay off for him?
How about yours, Harley? How was the rest of your weekend?
Damien pushes him.
Damien. Jerk. Pickle's like, I'm washing dishes right now. Oh, all the remarks I just want to scream to high heaven. Right? Sophie says SmackDown is 2 hours, so they can't have a break like they are tonight with the triple threat matches. Zaravi says, what happened to the Waster Bronze big returns?
There it is.
Oh,
Nakamura with the save.
Saved him. John says Brock probably leaves before or after SummerSlam. So he says, I thought Freddie Prinze Jr. wanted to start his own wrestling promotion.
He does. I don't know if he's doing it, but he wants to.
That wasn't something that came into play until the last couple of years, Sophie. When he stopped writing for WWE, it was so he could be home with his family. He has like small kids and stuff at the time.
Yeah, at the time. I don't know what he has now.
Walter says, where's Bliss at? Any news? No. Have no idea, Walter. Maybe she's still sobbing in her beer about possible skin cancer scares. I don't know. Rob is like, yeah, Triple H is very busy getting licked from Tegan. That's nasty. Harley says, good night, guys. Going to bed early a little bit under the weather. Well, I'm sorry you don't feel good, Harley. Hopefully you can join us on Wednesday. If not, we'll see you on Friday. Get better or feel better or whatnot. Have a good rest of your night, hon.
Bye.
Bobby says, did Braun leave then? What do you mean, did Braun leave?
Who is Braun?
Braun Strowman?
I don't think so.
Is that who you're talking about? Yeah. It's like, what happened to the Waster Bronze big returns? Walter's like, Harley, feel better.
He wrestled last week.
Sophie says now it makes sense on why they opened with this match. But here's this night, Harley, tell Joker I said hi. Sophie said Carlito might be coming back full time after Saturday.
That'd be interesting. He said he's open for a job.
Harley
Damien shows up out of nowhere, hits him with a lariat.
Is he still
There it is.
Skipping on his knee?
Yeah.
Oh, good. He's still playing off that, knee problem.
Knee tear.
Harley says, how to say my weekend went south and got sick and was on the toilet. Oh, dang it.
I think
That's
everybody's
no
been
fun.
sick.
Well, hopefully you get better, hon. Go get some sleep and some rest. Drink lots of fluids. John says Bliss and Miz were just on That's My Jam with Fallon. Piccolo says, if he's banging Sarah Michelle Gellar, yeah, stay home and keep her happy. Right?
What about Jimmy Fallon?
Bliss and Miz were just on That's My Jam
I
with
watched
Fallon.
that. It was so funny. They had to do, they had to finish the song.
Shinsuke taking the pen.
He did. Yeah, Shinsuke got pinned. So, anyways,
Ouch.
yeah.
Ouch.
They had to be in a booth.
Ouch.
And then there was they had to finish the song. So they would karaoke a song, and then they would stop the music, and they had to keep going
Oh, God.
for a line.
Oh, Jesus.
Anyways, and so if you messed up, you got sprayed in the face with water.
Oh, boy.
So there's it was more of a misty type thing, but
Right.
definitely it was. Everybody was watching Liv get facialed on TV.
They're like, we love it when she gets spritzed in the face. Gross. She should be used to that. Pico says if he's, Sophie says it would be interesting to see who Sammy and Kevin feud with next at a future pay-per-view. Probably the Usos. Robbie says more old-timers coming back. Walter says Seth won, yes. And Robbie's like, what happened to the Trish-Becky feud?
It's
still
happening.
happening. Supposedly we're going to see a Becky sighting tonight.
Possibly. There's a big return tonight, even though she's only been gone for 3 weeks or
Yeah,
something.
maybe it's Bliss. Who knows? Sophie says they said on commentary that the tag team champions could travel across both shows.
Good.
Well, they should, Sophie, because they have both the Raw and SmackDown tag team titles, so they'd have to.
And there's a bunch of free agents like Baron Corbin and Brock Lesnar, and there's a few others.
John says soon to be Seth freaking champion. Sophie says I'm surprised Solo isn't part of this tournament. I don't think he should be.
Why would you do that?
Why would you want him to be? Bryce says he knew Seth was going to win. Yeah. He knew it.
You don't want him
deep
just
down.
You don't want him to be a loser. You want him to win as much as he can. At least that's my idea with Solo. So you don't put him in obvious loss situations. And he can't win
Right.
it. That would be weird as fuck. They break the bloodline off. Imperium.
Poor Tajawa. He's like, what? Hey,
There
look,
we
it's
go.
those guys.
Moving on from the bloodline. That's the way to
There.
do it.
Ooh, good disrespect. They're Imperium. Piccolo says they travel on their longboards, surfboards, and skateboards. They do, Piccolo. Rose says WWE and Big Returns is like going into Poundland and expecting Gucci.
Yeah.
Piccolo says, man, funny how I tied that back all together. You're funny.
Bite it.
That's silly. Says like Seth wins.
With the ring, no.
But that doesn't mean he will win the match tonight. Imperium versus Kevin and Sammy. Wow, didn't see that coming. Chris L. Ludwig Kaiser saying Imperium has arrived like the Acclaimed. Sophie says they also teased a family reunion tonight. Ravi says, did Bray cry like Liv and leave?
I think
He supposedly has some kind of injury, Ravi, or
he's
something
ill
going on,
or
or
something.
ill, or something wrong with him, and that's why we haven't seen him. That's the rumor going around. So who knows?
There it is. We got another match.
Good.
Imperium without the ring. And Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Should be good.
Without the what?
Ring general. The ring general.
Oh.
He keeps saying it like as weird as fuck. Ring general.
With his supposed
Accent.
Russian accent or
General.
German accent he's got going on.
Maxine.
Out there with Odie.
Maxine Dupree.
Jesus.
Like something bit you. Like something bit you.
Seriously, Kevin Owens and Sammy can't go to Saudi. And Ravi says, oh, rumors, D, you know we all like rumors. And John's like, shush, thank you. And Ravi says, I call rumors Chinese whispers. Sweet. Pretty sure in some places, including our town, Rumors is a bar. And it's a skanky one.
Is it there still?
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah, that skanky one's still there. It's such a weird place, but it used to be that one bar. Long, long time ago. When, like...
What's it called?
Our parents were running around.
What was it called?
I don't remember.
What are you calling it?
Oh, Rumors. But do you remember the one that used to be there?
Is it over in the corner there by the theater? Or is that a different one?
No, that's a different one. It's the one over on...
By the motorcycle shop?
Yeah.
Yeah. The Silver Dollar or something like that.
Yeah, that's what it was. The Silver Dollar.
Yeah.
That was the whole front of that place used to be the Silver Dollar.
Yeah.
And then it just like became a bar in the back. Rumors. Silver Dollar was there forever. Walter says Otis will lose. Chris says Maxine is still being called Dupree. Ew, whatever happened to my boy Rene Dupree? I don't know.
Or no, that's a good question.
Robbie says, D, when you go to a bar, what was your go-to order?
That's a question that you're supposed to answer.
Right.
Do you not have one?
I don't really have an answer.
You didn't pick a alcohol?
I didn't have like a specific drink that I got every single time, and that was the only one I ever got. It just depended on what kind of mood I was in. Most of the time it was always shots. Robbie, I never really got mixed drinks. I always ask for a glass of water. My first drink when I go to a bar is a glass of water. Literally, that's the first drink I ask for. And then I'll do like shots of stuff. But usually it's a glass of water.
Mine was always a Coors Light.
Yeah.
And a Coors Original sometimes. Like when I would go to the green tea, because they had those, they were cheaper.
Yes.
They were like $1 cheaper than every other beer.
They were. Mm-hmm.
And they had them in the very front in a cooler. And so I'd just go bug that chick half the night.
Yeah.
Buying beer from her. Getting more belligerent as the night go on.
That's funny. In the eating part or over in the dancing part?
Right when you'd walk in the door. That's where she was.
Oh.
Yeah, definitely in the bar. There was no restaurant. I mean, there was,
Side.
but it was off to the side and
yeah, it's over.
all locked off and everything.
Yeah. So it says most of the people that were drafted, they were on the same brand that they were drafted to. Anyway, Piccolo says up at these riffraffs that Rumors would beat the hell out of twinks on the TV right now. Possibly. John says Travis acting like he didn't know the strip bars. Hello, you dirty birdie.
We have one.
It's not really a strip bar either.
Yeah.
It's a
90 Scum. It was called Club 91, but we called it 90 Scum.
It's a dance in your underwear place. Sophie says in a few weeks we're going to have a busy weekend with 2 pay-per-views. Pico says obviously I drink Bud Light. Oh. Let's go, Brandon. Okay, Pico. Sophie says raining season here starts soon, like a few weeks. Have you ever watched wrestling at a bar before?
Yeah, but not on purpose, right? Like, I never went to watch, like, a pay-per-view or something. I would be at the bar, and it would be a replay on Saturday night at, like, midnight, and it would just be on, and I would check it out. It was back when I wasn't watching it, so I was like, oh, that's new.
So I thought he got I thought he got put back down in NXT.
Hey, it is what I don't know what it is. So it's Otis versus Ali.
Yeah. Piccolo says, whenever I loosen my sports bra and want to relax at the local watering hole. Piccolo, make sure you take your tampons with you and put on your Maybelline.
Maybe he's bored with it.
Joan says, dancing scum girls need love too.
Yeah.
Piccolo says, all the local Navy guys go to Babe Watch or don't get roofied because I'm stealing your ATM pin. That's terrifying.
That's funny.
Chris says, love that old country song by Dwight Yoakam, Honky Tonk Man, and no, I don't mean the wrestler.
Yeah.
So he says, it is hard to watch wrestling when you aren't home.
It's kind of weird. You know, it used to be wrestling was such a pop culture thing. Like, you weren't cool if you didn't have a Stone Cold Steve Austin type shirt on or something when you're at the bar.
Oh.
Now you don't see it. You don't see them wear any of the wrestler stuff. Like, your brother thought it was a giant joke. That, you know, when we turned it on, like, you're watching wrestling? You know, like, then he's watched it.
Right.
And then he watched the whole thing.
Yes.
Like, he watched the entire pay-per-view on my laptop.
Yes.
He's just watching it.
Like, wow.
Like, oh, that's, you know.
Way
like,
more interesting. That's funny.
it was way good. It was funny just to watch. Because of his, like, his just, like, absurdity to absolutely, like, this is great.
I can't take my eyes off of it.
All three of us were watching my little laptop in the car. He turned it. Like, so
Poor Obi.
yeah.
Obi's up there by himself, just like, watching it UFC all by himself.
Yeah.
Guys.
Maxine, what are you doing? You're gonna cost your
She's
boy
trying
the
to get
match.
him to hurry up and kill him. Get it.
Daphne, take care of this. It's absurdity. Do the worm.
Oh.
Otis is gonna lose. Right here. It's over. This is starting the new Triple H generation stuff here. Riff Raff's gonna get a dub. There it is. Shit's happening. You're watching it. You're watching the implosion of Monday Night Raw. It starts here.
As nobody in the crowd gives a flying fuck.
Nope, not one person.
There's not
Look
anybody.
at the crowd.
Not that crowd does not give a shit.
Look at that crowd.
Not one person in that crowd is like, yay.
Otis is leaving him soon. That's what that's about. They're breaking that up.
Right?
There's The Miz. Now it's extinct. Doesn't count anymore.
He's the best.
Awesome.
He's awesome. So if it says it's hard to watch wrestling when you're at home, Chris says also love Merle Haggard, Country Song Big City. Sophie says I tried watching wrestling at a bar before. It isn't fun. John says John's watching like guitars and Cadillacs, hillbilly music. Chris says you might see a Wolfpack NWO shirt by a Gen Z TikTok girl every once in a while, or a rapper.
The only thing that keeps me
No.
on.
Piccolo says, oh man, you mean I can't wear my Unicorn Young Bucks tassels and tie-dye shirt in public? Nobody said you can't wear it, Piccolo. You can wear it, but you might get weird looks. But you are in Florida, so I don't know if they really care down there.
Nobody would know what you're wearing. There's no wrestling fans anymore.
Sophie says, and when you aren't home watching wrestling, you miss certain stuff, and you have to rewatch what you missed when you get home. Sophie says, to keep teasing Alpha Academy breakup. Piccolo's like, cannot relate, Sophie. Sophie says, wow, this crowd seems dead. Walter's like, Ali won, okay, boo, The Miz. Vindicator says, why was Ali celebrating like a moron when nobody cared that he won?
Not one person in the crowd cared.
That's the point, Vindicator, as to why is he still there? That's my biggest question. Why is he there? And who the fuck are his fans? Who? Who are his fans?
Who?
Because nobody in that fucking crowd in Jacksonville, Florida gave a good goddamn rat's patootie.
All right, Miz
that
is
he was
in the
there.
ring when they went to the break, so that match is next. We got Cody, Miz, and Finn Balor coming up next.
We'll see how well that works out. If Cody isn't broken in the back somewhere without a leg. Somebody ripped it off of him and beat him with it.
Could happen.
Ayla is in the chat though. Hey, Ayla. Pico says being out, you don't care about wrestling. They show so many replays. Who, right? Walter says, hey, Ayla. And Pico's like, my Ayla, thank God you're here. Sophie says, wow, doing the second triple threat match already. I thought they would save that for a little bit later. Why?
They can't.
Why?
They can't save it.
They have to give them a break because the two that win these have to fight later on, Sophie. They have to fight tonight. That's how they're doing this bracket.
It would be a huge unfair advantage to Seth if the other guy only got an hour break and he got a 2-hour break or a 2.5-hour break.
Yeah. Vindicator's like, hello, April's Ayla. Walter says, Cody for the win. And Sophie says, how are you feeling, Ayla? And Ayla says, hi, Walter. Oh, fat Lisa. Ayla's like, hi, Vinny. And Ayla says, still sickly, but I think it's about over. Chris says, I don't know. They might think you're a supremacist if you were a Camel Bullet Club t-shirt.
Might have to get Ayla like a bubble.
Make her the bubble girl.
So she can just like walk around in public in her bubble.
Because she's like the bubble boy who
And
gets
she'll have
sick
little
all the time,
like
but she's the
she'll have
bubble
like a
girl.
little window in there that you could have to like disinfect things to give it to her, and then
Right.
it'll go back and forth.
Walter says Ayla feel better. Robbie says Ayla feeling better. And Piccolo says, Ayla, I feel like I could send you some fun metal vids, but I suppose you won't have free time. Robbie says, was Andrew Tate any good as an MMA fighter?
No, not enough. And I don't know if he was an MMA fighter anyways, right?
I don't know.
I think he was just a kickboxer.
John says Ollie has one more win than Karrion Kross in 2 months. Sophie says Ollie is a free agent, one of many, so expect them to be part of WWE TV for as long as possible. That's not true, Sophie.
Supposedly him and Aaliyah
he went back to NXT.
right, with, what's his name? The Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels.
Yeah. Aaliyah and him went to NXT. They're supposed to be on the NXT roster.
That was on the WWE's. They had the gold star next to it.
Yep. So if that's the case, then they lying. Robbie says Ollie with his girl hair won. Ayla says I might not have time right now. My oldest is very sick. Haha, his voice is bad. He sounds like an old woman right now. Sophie says the free agents have been teasing an NXT run. Walter.
Look, Miz was there.
Oh, good for him. Oh, I knew he was there. Somebody said that on Saturday. He wasn't going to have a match in Puerto Rico, so that's good. At least
Look
they
at the
were
size of
represented.
Maurice's hat.
She wore a big, cool hat. All these other ones are wearing these really
I
stupid
know.
little
One girl had
dumb
like
things.
it was
And
just
you're
ribbon.
supposed to be wearing these ginormous, like,
Right.
elaborate hats. I don't understand why they don't wear the
Finn
elaborate hats.
is out there now, and now we're gonna get some Cody. Let's see if that actually happens. Let's see if this match happens with Cody in it.
Walter says Cody versus Seth in the finals of tournaments is my guess.
Yeah, but are they gonna do Cody, Seth, 4 already? Let's see if he
Says-
makes it to the ring, guys. I have a
Right?
feeling he could get attacked by Drew McIntyre.
He could get attacked by anybody.
That would
and
start
be
a
taken
cool
out.
ass feud for a while.
Get him taken out completely. I just feel like this is
Has
going
he
to
popped
hurt
out
him
yet? We
rather
haven't seen
than
him
help
yet.
him. And then people are going to be like,
We
"Oh
still
man,
haven't
he
seen.
lost
Oh,
his
there he is.
chance
He did
again."
show up. I was hoping that he didn't show.
Oh,
Like something in the back happened.
right.
But even Drew McIntyre attacking him, like turning heel, that would
Yeah.
be huge.
Well, it's just that Seth, Vindicator says Seth has girl hair too. LOL. People's like, I'm definitely feeling the Clayton Bigsby vibes. If you know, you know.
I
You
don't
know.
know. I don't know who Kelly Bigsby is.
I don't know Clayton Bigsby. Robbie says Vin, but Seth doesn't look like a girl like Ali does. Sophie says, so why was Ali on Raw then if he's going to go to NXT?
That's what we don't understand.
Pico says everyone needs all the tea and chicken noodle soup. Robbie says,
Sprite.
get ready for the it kicks. Vindicator says Miz should retire, become a horse manager since he can't be a derby rider. Sophie says, so the last hour will be the final of this weird tournament.
Yeah, it'll definitely be
Pico
in there.
says, I seen a meme I should have sent y'all earlier. Yes, you should have. Sure. Vindicator says Miz being in this instead of Montez is still ridiculous BS. But
Montez is in a
Montez
tag
is in
team.
a tag team.
You don't want tag team guys in there.
Yeah, you can't have tag team guys. P. Cole says it said Kentucky Derby is actually Amish NASCAR. Robbie says the crowd on their phones instead of watching the match. Ayla says, I don't know if you saw a TikTok of the old lady asking if they're eating at 3:30. Okay, thank you. That's Oz right now. Oh.
I've not.
Sophie says Drew might be on his way out of... I've heard that sound on other people's TikToks. Sophie says Drew might be on his way out of the WWE. And it's funny. They use that sound and they're like old animals, like old dogs and stuff.
Yeah.
So, John says Brock should attack Cody and destroy the new belt.
Right? That would be hilarious.
Vindicator says crowds being on their phone is standard Raw and SmackDown procedure, Robbie. Don't be fooled by those jokers in Puerto Rico who hadn't seen a live show in several years. Robbie says, is the drop kick an elite move or an overused move?
I think it used to be more special, if that answers the question. It just doesn't seem like it's very special anymore.
Sophie says at least they are making Raw and SmackDown important by putting stakes on
The grill?
ITB. Ayla says right now it's my nose. Sneezing, stuffy. A bubble sounds nice though, Travis. Ayla says I'll find it and send it. And Robbie says ads already. Sophie says hopefully they have plans for after the tournament ends across both Raw and SmackDown. Hassan is in the chat. Hey Hassan.
Hello, Governor.
Says hi there guys. How was your weekend?
Good.
It was pretty good. Not too bad, I guess.
Not too many
How
complaints.
was yours?
Talitha got to watch a pay-per-view.
Vindicator
I
says
got to watch 3 of them.
I got to watch the last part of 2 of them.
Yeah.
1 all the way and 2 at the end. Vindicator says being in a tag team should mean nothing. Montez is more deserving than half the clowns in this tourney. Problem
But
is
it matters.
he has to prove himself that he can be a singles wrestler. As of right now in the world of wrestling, if you are a tag team wrestler, you shouldn't be able to keep it up with a singles wrestler because you are a tag team wrestler, meaning that you have to use your partner in order to win anything.
Yeah. Tag teams should stay together. Now, if they want to split them up, they need to do that storyline, do that for a while. So you're still looking at 6-7 months.
And build him up as a singles wrestler. Like, make him have to work at being a singles wrestler. He's going to lose. He's going to have to come back from losing. And then he starts winning and doing better. And then he's just better and better. And he's a singles wrestler for a while. And then all of a sudden he can go after mid-card titles or whatever. But you can't just say, okay, you should be a whole fucking ass champion and everything and all that good stuff.
Right.
Oh, you've been in a tag team forever? That's fine. We'll just make you a champion. That's not how it works.
Vince did it in the 90s
Never
because
seen it
he
work
had
that way
to.
the 3 years I've been
He
watching
lost
this.
all of his talent, and he had to do it with the Bulldogs, he had to do it with the Rockers, and he had to do it with the Hart Foundation. He had to. He had no other choice.
Right.
Like, all the good guys left.
Ayla says couldn't find the original, but it's the same voice. Yeah, that voice is used a lot. Sophie says, I wonder how long of a flight between Puerto Rico and Florida. 2 minutes.
Not long.
Robbie says, is the DDT an underused move, or do some people use it better than most?
It's Alexa Bliss's finisher. I like it. I feel like it should be used. I don't hate it.
Do you feel it's an underused move, or
Probably.
do you feel that some people use it better, or do some people use it better than most?
Some people use it better than most, as they should, because it's a finisher for some.
John says, hello, Governor, chip, chip, cheerio. Robbie says, yeah, the weekend was good with the free to views to me to watch. And Pico says, her Karanas is the new drop kick. All the athletic vanilla midgets are doing it.
Yeah.
So,
That one's getting played out, the old Frankensteiner.
Sophie says, these 12 names, some of them seem random and some of them do deserve that spot in the tournament.
Right. Like The Miz. The Miz should win this. And I don't know how you could do it.
Vindicator says Dawkins never carries the load for the Profits. Montez is the main reason they win matches.
Fact.
Vindicator, if you ever listen to Travis, he always says that about Dawkins. So
I'm the one that says, hey, when they split up, Dawkins is a free agent. Like, he's gone. He's
not going to be around. He will be gone. It's like Otis and Tucker all over again.
Yep.
Except for, I don't know why they kept the
It's
other
Marty
one, too.
Jannetty.
But-
It's the Dynamite Kid.
Nicole
They're
says,
just
Sophie,
nothing.
you take the train to Puerto Rico. Duh, right? Indian Gamer
Cody
244
Cutter
says, hi Gamer, how's
Hello,
it going
boss.
tonight? Sophie says Dawkins almost got released before the Street Profits was a thing. Vindicator says, plus it's fun to see somebody be a tag champion and singles champion just like FTR was a couple years ago, I believe, maybe Omega 2 when he had a bunch of belts.
The belt collector.
Yeah, but that's AEW and weirdness. You know, WWE's not as weird. Gamer
Cody.
says, I need Monday Night Raw live. Yeah, you need it? You need it
Two
live.
and... Damn it.
It's
so
on a
close.
place called USA.
Yeah, in
Look it up.
Florida, Jacksonville.
If you want to watch it live, it's on a station called USA. I'm not sure where you're located at. I would just do a Google search. Pickle says pile drivers were considered to be very dangerous, but now AEW loves Canadian Destroyer like it's going out of style.
Yeah, you can only do it if you're like a reputable company in Louisiana. Louisiana Bandit.
Robbie says, I do say this is a spiffing three-way bout. Ayla says, I need Tuesday Night Live Raw chicken tenders. Ew. Sophie says, Cody, Seth, Lashley, Priest, Edge, Ray, and AJ Styles deserve this tournament spot. And Robbie says, Ayla, you want food
He's safe.
poisoning? Ayla says, did you eat your Chinese food today with your curry sauce? That's gross, Ayla. That's what they do there. It's so weird. Pickle's like,
Get him.
Wednesday
Skull
Night
crushing
Buffalo
finale.
Wings,
Here it
slight
comes.
Delay. Right.
Nope.
Pickle.
Cody rolls him through. Little hip toss. Sling blade.
It was like Thursday night pizza.
There's a clothesline. Miz goes to the outside. Balor rolls him up. Almost poetic justice there. He's safe. No, he's out. Get up top, Finn. Nobody's home. Here it is. Skull crushing. Oh, no. Now skull crushing.
Give it to him.
That's it. He can win it, but Cody's up on his feet, so
Yeah.
it's fine. Fuck. So close. He should have landed the coup de grace, then him do that after the coup de grace. Then he could get the 1, 2, 3.
Sophie says, why isn't Dom in this tournament?
Why on the planet Earth would he be in this?
Pickle's like, Friday night fish fry. Ayla's like, that beige Chinese food, yum. Gamer says, please, Monday Night Raw. We can't show any Monday Night Raw stuff, Gamer. It's copyright, and we don't want to get banned.
All we can do is tell you what's happened. There it is, another roll up. That's how he beat Brock.
So
Live by the sword, you die by the sword.
you'll have to look for
Crossroads!
it online.
Look, here's Miz, though. This is what I said needs to happen. But see, he didn't
got
do
back
it.
in there too quick.
Dang it. You got to do a move. Oh,
He's
no.
going to crossroads him.
Yeah, but will Finn win it? Oh, he's going to get him with 2. Like the Miz needs 2. Okay, I get it, but sir. Well, Cody won this. 3 on the Miz?
This is dumb.
That might give Finn enough opportunity. Wait. Why is everybody standing? I thought something exciting was happening.
I don't know. Probably not.
Somebody's doing something. His feet. See his feet?
It's Brock!
Yeah.
Yes!
Brock saved us.
Yes!
Brock saved us.
Yes! Oh! Oh!
Brock saved
I
us.
mean, that's sad, but I so did not
Look at his face.
Oh my god, he has a black eye too. Oh, Brock.
With the stitches.
Oh, fuck. Oh my god. Country ass kicking.
Finn Balor's going to win
I
this.
want his shirt. I think that's the only shirt I've seen lately.
Finn
I
Balor
want.
wins it with the coup de grace.
Oh, poor
God
Miz.
damn it. It would have been better for Miz. Fuck. That sucks. But whatever. About the same time here.
That's all right. He's going up against Seth. We'll see how well that works out for him.
Right.
Maybe they want to put it on Seth. Maybe they need to have him have a championship again. They haven't had him in a championship for a while.
Get him, Brock. Payback's a bitch. I have the hardest time with this feud because I can't not like Brock.
I know.
And so
I like both of them, but
yeah, and that's the problem with that. That's how when I was a kid, they put the Hulk Hogan up against the Ultimate Warrior once.
oh boy.
And they also put him up against Randy Savage once.
Give me that. I want to talk.
And it was so hard as a fan because I'm not going to ever cheer against Hulk Hogan.
Right? So, what do you want to talk
Hey,
about?
Cody, what do you want to talk about?
Oh, boy.
Let's talk about glove. Woo!
Look at his face. It's broken. Go find me his shirt. Go buy me his shirt.
Country as fuck or whatever
It
it says.
says country ass kicking. It's the only shirt that the only WWE shirt lately that has even interested me in any way. Oh no, look at his face. Look what you did. Feels like Saturday night, Sophie's buying us shots at the bar. Nice. Robbie says, what does one miss have to do when one's bout? I don't know. Sophie says, I could see Lesnar cost Cody in the main event against Seth. Doesn't have to. He already cost him.
It's over now.
People says, because somebody's got to be DD, right? It was like Saturday night tofu nuggies. Robbie's like, ew, what's your go-to Chinese order? It was like, actually not big on Chinese.
He wants a fight.
Why is that, Ayla? Why don't
Look
you
at
like
that eye.
John says, yes. It was like only Ravi is Mr. Indian.
There it is. You, me, fight night of champions in a fight.
Ravi says, why can't people stop spamming? I don't know. Pico says, we're a third-party entertainment channel. All property and distribution of WWE is now televised nor can be duplicated on live streams. Thank you, Picola. Maybe they'll understand it that way. John says, beat him like a dog, Brock. And Picola's like, knowing is half the battle. Ravi's like, Ayla, lol, I'm British. Sophie's like, I called that they could do Seth versus Finn as call back to when they met for the Universal Championship
Sure did.
at SummerSlam 7 years ago.
Yep.
Robbie says, Brock with a scar on his head. Ayla's like, you're British? Well, I thought you were Jewish. Chris is like, called it. Pico's like, yep, I was torn between Val Venus and Kenai. Same difference.
I don't know.
I don't know those people. Robbie says, yeah, Ayla, I have a big nose like Jew. LOL. Hey, Chris.
Whoa. Pump the brakes.
What, when you were talking about, what was it he was talking about earlier?
Spanish.
Tyra
noodle.
Valkyrie. Who
Yeah.
was talking about Tyra Valkyrie earlier, guys? And she had done something and got suspended. Somebody had made a comment about that earlier, and I want to know what happened, if somebody could tell me. I really want you guys to look into it and tell me. Chris says, but I would have said Cody versus whoever at Saudi, then Brock would have showed up there, but glad he showed up tonight. So he says Cody versus Brock 2, maybe a last man standing match. John says, Chris, Stevie Wonder seen this beating coming. Vindicator says, so will Brock pull a Finn and come out wearing a shirt that says 10 staples? No. Piccolo says, Ayla, I'm shocked. I bet you throw down on some beans or rice.
Dun, 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 dun,
It was like, why I don't like Chinese. No, Curry says no. I like it, just not my first choice. I like Mexican food. Well, I understand that, but that wasn't the question. The question was, when you order Chinese food, what do you order? What's your go-to Chinese order? That's a completely different...
General Tao's.
That's not saying, oh, hey, Chinese must be your favorite food. What do you get all the time? It's like, well, if you get Chinese food, what's the order that you usually get? Because everybody has, like, their weird go-to order with foods. Whether or not it's your favorite food or not doesn't matter. If you get it, anytime you get it, what's your go-to order? That was the question. I know it's hard because you're, like, probably fever-brained, but that's what he was asking. So it says Brock still didn't explain why he turned heel. It says, yes, Fat Lisa.
It's on sale.
With code walk out.
I can send it to you.
Okay. Since I have to buy it myself now. Buy it for me, bitch. Robbie's like, Brock gonna put Cody in the hospital. Piccolo says, oops, forgot the T. Kintai, the Japanese group. Oh, I have no idea who they are. Chris says, yeah, someone made that. Taya got suspended for putting her hands on Ref Aubrey. Oh, so it was just fake.
Okay, I get it.
Okay.
Cool.
Makes sense. Sophie says, so Brock versus Cody 2 at Night of Champions won't be the main event this time since Roman might be on the card. Robbie says, Cola Ailey doesn't know what
That's
she's
all right,
missing.
though, because we're going to start the show off with Brock and Cody. Are you fucking kidding me? That's how you get it going. That's kickstarting it. And to be honest, it probably should be the main event because there's a lot more international people like that, and it is an international show. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Chris says.
And people in India always show up.
They do.
In the like when they wake up.
Yeah, the Saudi Arabia shows. Yep, they always do. They're always there. We always get a lot of people for those shows.
Anytime Brock's on there.
And anytime Brock's on there, yes. And Roman too, a little bit, but Brock for sure.
Yeah, Brock versus Roman. So.
Kolaila doesn't know what she's missing. Chris says Kung Pao chicken or Mugu Gai Pan is my go-to order for Chinese.
Pretty damn good. I forgot about that one.
Sophie says, I like the first triple threat more. The second one went fast. Piccolo's like, we make so much Oriental food at home. I just want burgers and tacos when I'm out. It's right, Piccolo? It's like the difference of it is we make those kind of things here. And then when we go out, we get things that aren't even authentic. But I understand that completely, people. I know exactly what you're talking about. When I go out, I don't want to go to a place where I can get meatloaf because why would I want that when I made it at home? It was like chicken to leave out laughing. I'm not sure I need a menu. I get the sweet and sour. I like those pork things with sesame seeds. I used to call them toe shoes when I was little. You're talking about pork and seeds. It's the pieces of the ham where you dip it in like a hot mustard or ketchup. Usually it's ketchup and hot mustard and then sesame seeds. Is that what you're talking about? And then you have sweet and sour chicken or sweet and sour pork. They're basically just pieces of pork or chicken that's breaded and deep fried. And stuff like that. Yeah, see? And then fried rice. But do you like fried rice? Or do you get chow mein? See? That's the difference. Google says K-Fab's story to turn Valkyrie badass, I guess. Sophie says, I don't understand why they have to rush the tournament, though. Neither did I, Sophie. That's why I was very confused by it. Robbie says, sauteed chicken skewers and house special fried rice, salt and chili prawns, and prawn toast. That's a standard for me. With curry sauce. John says, need some LA Knight. Yeah, talk to me. And Sophie says the second triple threat match didn't last that long. Walter says, poor Cody. Brock beat him up. Sure did. Walter says, okay, bye, guys. See you Wednesday for AEW 8 p.m. for wrestling. Bye, Walter. Have a good night. We'll see you on Wednesday. Ayla says, I'm sure Fat Lisa would rather not get Chinese food smothered in curry sauce on unseasoned fried food and a side of french fries. Pickle's like, I'd powerbomb Rafi for some great meatloaf. Rafi's like, D knows all about unauthentic food. Ayla says, yeah, that, Dalitha, but I usually get something different when I go to a Chinese restaurant. I go maybe once a year. Pickle says, that does sound good, Ravi. John says, Ma, where's the meatloaf? What's she doing in there? Yeah. Mugu Gai Pan is probably one of the ones I like as well. I like Mugu Gai Pan. One of our Chinese places actually has really good Mugu Gai Pan. I usually try to get it. I also like pan-fried pot stickers, so that's one of my go-to things. Pan-fried pot stickers, pork fried rice, Mugu Gai Pan. I don't eat a lot of the noodles or hot spicy stuff. And then I usually just get mandarin chicken, which is basically just a piece of chicken that's breaded and deep fried. It's different from sweet and sour because it's not the same type of breading.
Well, you know, I've had sweet and sour that has the strips, and then I've had it so it looks like nuggets.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Sweet and sour chicken is the nuggets, but mandarin chicken is the strips.
Oh, I don't like that one.
I like that one a lot better than I do the round ones. They have too much breading on the round ones most of the time.
That's all I liked back in the day. I mean, we're talking years ago.
I know.
Well, I mean, years.
Yeah.
10. Remember we used to get it from that New China?
Mm-hmm.
But no. It was, what was that one called? That I used to go to. You didn't like it because it had the red stuff on it? Mandarin? No.
No, not that one. Are you talking the one that was downtown that delivered?
Yeah. That's funny. I'm blank.
Can't remember the name of it either.
Huh. Yeah. Damn.
Because you have the one that everybody went to over there by the old Dairy Queen.
Yeah.
Like, everybody loved that place. I didn't like it.
I've been there once, and I ate the hottest food
Chang's.
I've ever eaten. Yeah.
That one was Chang's.
That's the one. He sold the illegal meat, right?
Nope. That was the Bamboo Gardens that was on Yellowstone. That was the buffet. Nope. The one downtown, I can't remember the name of it, but yeah, they had a little bar in the back that was a completely separate thing. It was a little beer bar. And when I worked downtown, with my friend Heidi, we would go there after work and have a quick beer before we went home. When we became friends.
Right.
We wouldn't have food. We would just have that. I never liked his
Was
fried
it something
rice.
called like the grasshopper or something? I swear to God, it's just like a...
Chopsticks. Thanks,
Chopsticks.
Ayla. Ayla got it. Ayla got it. A lot of people like Ming's, but now Ming's is completely different, so people don't like it anymore.
I
'cause
can tell
he
you
sold it to somebody else.
100% I've never heard of it.
It's the one that's on, it's been there forever. It's kind of across the street from that bar that was called the Pocket. It's kind of just right in that area. Ming's has been there
The
for like
Pocket
over
was
30
by
years.
Les Swa or Big O.
It's like right down the street from Big O, but going south on.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Either way, I've never been there. I didn't
Yeah.
even know it existed.
Yeah. Like a lot of people love.
Well,
that
wasn't there a
place.
buffet one there downtown? Is that an all-you-could-eat place?
I don't remember if there was. Like a Chinese place?
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember.
It was right next to that big parking lot.
Huh.
That
Dana
just
Brooke.
made no sense. Hey, Dana Brooke.
Yeah, it's Dana Brooke.
Her legs got thin. She hasn't been lifting anymore. She used to be all stacked, remember?
Mm-hmm.
She must have tried to get lean.
Yeah.
I thought she'd be wearing that pink behind her. She has the pink outfit hanging up behind her, but she didn't wear it.
Nope. And then they have like Mandarin House, which I'm not a big fan of Mandarin House anymore, and then New Hong Kong.
Like, I'm almost talking like across the street from like McKee's, like that far down. And it was a buffet. It had a huge picture on the wall. And they had like 2 rooms.
Oh yeah, there was a buffet one kind of down that way, and their front part was all windows.
Yeah, because you pulled in and you came in through the side.
I
It was like
remember
a
it wasn't there for long enough for to make making it
right.
because Mandarin House, when it was in the old place before they took it all out and ripped it down, had a wall like that too. They have it in their new one too, but I don't go there anymore.
Dana Brooke stands no chance here. I don't even know why she's in this match, but they gotta put some squash talent out there. I guess that sucks.
Yeah, I make pretty good meatloaf picola. I don't know if it would be your kind of good.
I'm sure it would be, and how she makes it is kind of neat. She just like plops it in a pan and it's over.
Yeah,
it's nuts. Like she saw it on the internet or something. She learned somehow. Anyways, but yeah, it works. You don't have to use a loaf pan.
Yeah.
And it's still a loaf.
Just put it on a piece of foil on a
I call it
cookie
meat
sheet.
cake. I call it meat cake.
Meat cake.
Meat cake.
I was like, not saying it's not good. I'm saying it's not Chinese. I love fish. I says, Chloe, that's the most authentic meal on the menu. Well, I bet.
All I know
It
is
sounds like it, Ravi.
my landlord owned New China,
Oh.
and I'm pretty sure that he knew what he was doing since he had people living in our closets and shit. No, I'm not kidding. Upstairs, it was all us Americans. It was fine. Downstairs, it was like the weirdest rooms ever because they were little closets, like the tanning bedroom in our house, like that, like 12 of them, and there was Chinese families in these.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Very weird.
So I had this little mini fridge, which we have. I had that little one like that, and they seen that one of the families, and he didn't speak very good English. He didn't speak English at all, actually. He's like, and I'm like, the fridge? What, the fridge? He's like, yeah, you know, like, I'll pay you. And I'm like, just fucking have it, dude. All I do is keep beer in it.
Right.
I live with a bunch of Mormons. I can't have beer anyways, you know?
Right.
I mean, we drank, but...
So we did watch a squash match of Dana Brooke and Rhea Ripley, guys. And
Dana
now Rhea's
tapping, but she's not letting her go.
Who's out of her?
I thought somebody would come down and save her.
And
Natalia's going to save her.
Supposedly save Dana now.
So another mid-carder?
Now another old...
Is this the big return?
Well, they got to have two big boob girls together. Makes sense.
I love how she's walking down. Hey, thanks for the help, fucker.
Right? She's like, how dare you?
Like you're getting choked, and they're like, I'll be down there in a minute. I'm walking over.
Well, she had to walk slow. She's got hills.
She got the fuck me pumps.
She's got heels on, so she had to walk really careful. Tommy Bryan in the chat. Hey, Tommy says Savannah Dexter, country rap star, as a big WWE fan.
That's way cool.
Chris says that was actually Brock's best promo. Pickle says I can't make sticky short ribs very well. That would be what I would want out at a restaurant. Sticky short ribs. Interesting.
I watched a thing on how to cut ribs. Did I send that to you? It was sick. Like if you get buy a full rack, and then you follow the first 3 bones, and then they turn. Mm-hmm. You follow that line, and you cut straight, and now you've got your tips, and now you've got your ribs.
Nice.
The guy's like, and then now you just saved $30 or whatever, however much he saved.
That's fine. Bronson's in the chat. Hey, Bronson says, happy Monday, guys. I hope you're all doing well. Doing pretty good tonight. Bronson, how about yourself? You doing good? Ayla says we should go get Chinese food sometime, Talitha. Sure, I'll make you go eat Chinese food. I'm sure you'll love it.
They won't let you in your bubble.
Ravi says, what value does Rhea have being champ?
None. Or little. I don't know about none, but she has little.
Ravi says, Ayla, if you're paying, D will come. Pickle says, see, at least Rhea won. She should have been in the tournament. And Pickle's like, oh my god, the fun size Zelina. Rhea just looks huge.
Yeah.
Ravi says, Dana Brooke taking the L tonight. And Ayla says, I love that place as a kid. The Asian women who work there like to touch my hair. Sounds odd, but they did.
The chopsticks? Yeah.
But
yeah, my mom, that's the only place my mom ever went.
Right. No, it makes sense because it was probably down in areas where there were bars and people
bar hopping
and stuff
yeah.
knew. Yep. Vindicator says Dana fans begged WWE to give her a chance, and yet she's still being treated like a jobber to enhance Rhea. And Chris says Dana is back. Ravi says Dana Brooke, you belong in catering. That's what I got from your promo.
Yeah, get back there with Drew.
Pickle says Dana's looking a bit more feminine. Wouldn't kick her out of bed.
No, at least not for eating cookies.
Ayla says Mongolian something. Is that what you're talking about, Travis?
Yeah.
No, the Mongolian barbecue is clear. It's still available, but it's out in Chubbuck area. Remember, it's way out there. Lee's Mongolian barbecue. It's like set way back from the main road.
Maybe they moved it because I'm pretty sure I've been to a place called Mongolian barbecue and it wasn't there.
That, but it could have been Mongolian something, but I don't think it was barbecue. Chris says Dana has a tat on her lower extremities, and Illa says, are you talking Old Town or more the other way? We're talking about literally on Yellowstone itself, almost across the street from like Mama Inez kind of area. Pico says a place in Alabama called the Pink House. It's got the best honey pepper chicken, just the right heat and sweetness. I've been trying to recreate that recipe for years. Look it up on TikTok, Picola.
There's a guy on the internet.
There's people on there that do all kinds of stuff like that.
Taste stuff and they can recreate it. There's a guy on a TV show. Who the fuck's
These other
this
women.
Trash?
That's not what's her face from NXT. Oh, it's Nikki.
This girl's terrible. Is there nothing but weirdos?
She's the one girl.
Yeah, I know who she is. I can't remember her name, but I know. Joey Stark?
Yeah, Zoe Stark. Drafted the first night or whatever.
Nikki's pretty damn good, so we'll see how that one ends. Hey, here's Kevin Owens and Sammy. Going up against Emporium.
Robbie says Dana Brooke is just a mess, a hot mess. Robbie's like, it's big boobs, natty. Yeah.
I don't know if they're bigger than
Dana's.
Dana's.
Pickle says they always sold watermelon, corn husks, other fresh produce on weekends on lots of koi fish and ponds outside of the restaurant. It's very serene. Nice.
That's way cool.
It says a lot of the Chinese restaurants in and around town that we deliver to are owned by Chinese people who don't speak English. Well, let's just say I embarrass myself regularly when I talk to them. Do you embarrass yourself or should they be embarrassed? Shouldn't they learn some if they're trying to communicate with people that are selling them stuff? I mean, in a way, right? I mean, I would hope that they would at least kind of like, okay, we know that your native language is this, but...
No soup for you.
Robbie says an emo and a bank manager on commentary on Raw. Chris says that's what the return that's was the return, bruh. I don't know, Chris. I don't know. Travis might have been correct or just making fun.
I was joking.
It says I could have told you how to cut ribs. I have to do it sometimes. Pickle's like, and that was the portion of food gap. Bronson says I'm doing great. I'm excited for the summer. I think a lot of people are, except for it hasn't happened yet. And Martha's in the chat says hamburger and beer, my dinner, mine.
When summer starts, it's too hot to do anything, and then it's over, and then all of a sudden it's Christmas. It's like, what the hell just happened?
It was like, she liked my long blonde hair. She used to call me lucky. I don't know. I always got free treats.
Old chopsticks.
It's like the Mongolian barbecue. They have big walls, painted murals up. But it's out in Chubbuck. They've never had one in, in our area. It's out in the other place, the other town. Chris says people saying J.D. McDonough is going to join Judgment Day and kick out Finn Balor, so one Irish for another.
Just
one
a big
head for another big head. Chris says a little cringe, Zoe Stark. Ayla's like, soon we'll have food gap permanently fat. Lisa, I'm trying.
She's always sick.
I know.
Can't have food gab.
No.
Your bubble.
Says Soria will basically have 3 jobber matches in a row when she fights Natty next week or whenever. They should swing big, be a little unpredictable, and have Zoe face Rhea.
It's going to take a lot to bang with those girls. Because the 3 top bangers in the women's division are all strong. That's Rhea, Esther, and Charlotte. Mm-hmm. And they're going to beat you up. You're going to know you wrestled. Oh, Natalya. You put her in there. She can beat people up.
She's pretty mean.
Yeah, she's feisty.
I've heard that she's pretty cruel when she's not happy with you. I guess she can be pretty mean.
Yeah.
Chris says, look at this Panda KO. He is wasting away in tag division. I see him eyeing that world title. Martha says, I should be lucky Jeff's Red Hots wasn't packed this evening. Otherwise, I would have gone to Manny's Deli. Robbie says, Ayla cooking show, step 1, how to portion your salmon. Ayla says, they cringe at me for sure. I'm the kind of person who yells at them like they can't hear me. Shaking my head, I'm awful. So you're saying that because they don't maybe understand what you're saying, you just get louder?
You say it louder.
That's funny. Chris says Imperium has arrived. Everyone loves the Imperium. Now scissor me daddy ass. It was like, Travis, you don't need to be rude. I'm not always sick. Just most of the time. You don't have to eat my cookie. Just say you're jealous. Vinegar says Vinegar's like, Spawn is not strong. She is just a wiry weasel who is boring to watch with her endless submission holds, just like Natty. Vindicator. You're funny. Why should I say it like that? It's weird. Ludwig Kaiser. Like, what the hell? We're frozen on Ayla's end.
Oh.
Can you hear us now?
We're good here.
Can you hear us now? Might have to refresh your shit.
Whoa!
Yeah. They serenade him with his informational stuff. I was like, I can hear you fine. I was like, yep, frozen like Disney. Pico's like, hey, question, Travis, about baseball. What's so special about this Tampa Bay Rays team?
They're doing things that you haven't seen before where they don't have any stars. They rotate everybody. They have a bunch of players that play every position. They're the ones that started the bullpens, like by committee. They have like 2 or 3 starters that go. So they go like 3 rounds or 3 innings to end the game. Mm-hmm. So it just revolutionizes how they do it. They use the minor leagues. They send guys up. They send them down. There's constant rotation. Even if you're one of their starters, you don't start every game. Like their main guys started 13 out of 20 games, like in a row.
Right.
Like there's just constant turnover. If you play third, you're playing third today, but you're going to play second tomorrow and then first the next day. So everything is just constant movement, and it's probably just hard to plan around. You think it will wear out, though, but maybe not. I think they're just doing it to keep everybody fresh as they just rotate people.
Yeah, like we haven't moved once on that, even though everything's like good.
So they can hear us.
Yep.
We're just not moving. Here, let's see if I can intro live.
Yeah, like
we'll figure it out. It's not a big
not
deal.
doing anything. That's funny.
I didn't mean to do that. Okay. But you guys can hear us.
Yeah.
Okay, there's live stream.
It says just the picture. She can hear us just fine.
Well, that's cool. Maybe we should just keep it like that.
As long as we don't look stupid, I guess. Not picking my nose or anything, you know. We do have Sami Zayn and KO up against the Imperium right now. This is, impromptu tag team match.
We're back.
There you go. Is that better? Can you still hear us? Now we're working.
Give me a hell yeah. Yeah, we're definitely back. I just had to cut it and reload it.
It was like just a picture. Woo! Chris says, LOL, Ludwig Kaiser is coked out tonight. The man thinks he's Happy Corbin or something. Pico says, I had seen a Sport Illustrated article and wondered about your thoughts.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, they were, 13-0 or something to start the season? They're the best team in the American League East for now. But the thing is they just use what they have.
Right.
And the problem with that is that the players' union is going to get upset because the players aren't getting the time. And without the players getting the time, it backs up free agency on some. On others, what it does is it lowers their value in free agency because they're not getting the amount of at-bats and the numbers, the home runs and RBIs and all that stuff.
Right.
Even though they go by different metrics now, but those numbers are what you look for, right? You're looking for 30 home runs and you're looking for 100 RBIs. But if you're only playing, there's 162 games, so say you play only 120. You're missing 40 games. That's quite a bit of home runs and shit. And they'll sit people even if they're hot. I've got their third baseman on my fantasy team, and it's frustrating as shit. He'll be doing really good, and then they'll just bench him. And you're like, what the?
Is it because they're trying to make sure he doesn't do
They just
too
rotate
much?
everybody, yeah.
Oh.
Just make sure everybody plays. It's frustrating for numbers, but for them, it works. They're winning.
Right.
It keeps everybody fresh. That way you don't have to have all your players on steroids and stuff. Because that's kind of your biggest thing is how do you keep up energy when you play 162 games in 180 days? You get 18 days off the whole season.
Right.
In 6 months.
Yeah. That's crazy.
It's tough. It's definitely a sport that's really hard on your body. And that's why the people, they were doing drugs in the 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000, 2010. Like, that's why drugs are so prevalent. They used to call them greenies. It was just methamphetamines, but they were like little pills.
Right.
That's like what Hank Aaron and those guys were taking. They call them greenies. They had a bowl of them in the middle of the locker room. You just grab however many.
Do you want it or what you're doing?
Pop them, and then you go play. Because back then, they played a lot of double headers. Mm-hmm. A lot of the teams up until, God, I want to say the 60s, couldn't play at night because they didn't have lights.
Oh, yeah.
And so all of them were day games.
Right.
And then sometimes they had to play a double header, so they'd have to start even earlier. And then, like, the Cubs came out with lights, and then others, like the Yankees, had lights.
Robbie said, do you know you're actually president? Chris says, we use our minor league team for the Astros, but we are actually good. It says, yeah, you sound as annoying as ever, Travis, just peachy. Robbie says, yeah, big up. And Piccolo says, oh, I've been hearing everything on the earbuds and listening. Didn't notice till now. And Robbie's like, hell yeah. And Ayla says, I see you guys moving and hear you. Chris says, Travis, thoughts on Mets Matt Harvey?
Dude, I don't know. I just remember, I don't know if you remember this, like if you're a baseball fan and you remember this, but Matt Harvey was dominant. He was dating models. He was kind of like the playboy of New York City. He did something. I can't remember what it was. Either he had like a surgery or something. Anyways, but he came back and they were trying to get into the playoffs or they were in the playoffs and he was pitching and they left him in there too long. And I remember Scott Boras getting super upset about it. And they're like, you've left him in there too long. He's going to do damage to his elbow. Mm-hmm. And I don't remember if he had surgery after. Something happened, but that was kind of like the end of his career. Like, he was never good again.
Never the same again, huh?
And when I say good, I mean where he was. He was good, obviously. He could throw 100 miles an hour. Or not 100, but like 97 plus. But he was legit. Those Met pitchers at that time were so good. The Mets always end up with these really good pitchers. I don't know if it's their system or what they do, but they always end up with some good ones. They had Thor when he was good. Now he's not there anymore. He plays for the Dodgers. But when he was there, he was a stud.
Yes.
They had Jacob deGrom. They had Matt Harvey. Matt Harvey was the head of those guys. They were all there. Matt Harvey was just the better one. Right. Was. And then all of a sudden, he just went to shit. And it could have been his lifestyle, right? Like, you've got all the talent, but if you're dating models and fucking around with drugs and shit, and you're not practicing because you're better than the team.
Right. Huh.
You're not practicing at all, and you're not going to get better.
Exactly.
Anyways, you got Ludwig Kaiser in here with Kevin Owens, which is a huge mismatch.
Yeah, those guys.
And these are your tag team champions of the world.
Of the world. Of the world.
They are not the FTR.
They're not. They're not those guys.
No. Those are AEW world champions of the world. Kevin picks him up. Drops him right down on the back of his neck. 2, and Ludwig kicks out. Totally kicking out.
Totally.
Kevin up top. Isn't this a tag match?
Yes.
Is this nobody else around?
Nobody else is
Swanton
around.
by the big man. 2. Giovanni Da Vinci kicks him out. Breaks it up, whatever you want to call it. Fat man in a little shirt. Picks up Ludwig. Smacks him in the face. Here definitely comes the weak link of Imperium. Giovanni Da Vinci. Whoa, he almost had Kevin there, though. He's all sorts of upset.
All sorts of upset.
He's beside himself.
Beside himself.
All right. Kaiser tags himself back in. The quick tags definitely work. Did Sami Zayn suffer any sort of injuries or something? Because he's just missing.
He got thrown out earlier
And
pretty
it
badly.
did that much damage to him.
I
Yeah, he
guess.
could fight Roman Reigns. Cool.
Martha says, okay, there we go. The picture's back. And Robbie says,
Woo!
you ever tried chewing tobacco?
I did in high school. I tried it a few times. It's disgusting. It always make you feel like weird, lightheaded. I was like, ugh.
There, Sammy found his way back.
Sammy's back! And there's gonna be some trouble.
Hey, oh, he got kicked out of the ring, though.
Yeah, he didn't last. Sammy's trash.
Yeah, it's like, Robbie, what's your favorite Mexican dish? Is that a thing in Britain? Do you fancy a Mexican? Ew. Robbie's like, would you say Sammy and KO work well as a tag team?
No! Have you noticed that they have to wrestle one-on-one all the time? Every match I've seen since they've been champions, it's Kevin in there by himself for 20 minutes. Here's a tag, and then Kevin will be out for 5 minutes, and then Sammy has to do it all by himself for 5 minutes. That's it, by the way.
Would they be a good tag? Does that make them a good working well as a tag team?
No, it means they're two singles wrestlers that just wrestle.
Right.
But, yeah, they don't do quick tags. They don't do a lot of teamwork. They don't have a finisher that's team-orientated.
Robbie's like, I like fajitas and the stuff that come with it. It looks like curry sauce.
I don't know. I used to like this one meal, and it just was like a burrito soup, and it was so fucking good.
The stuff from my mind.
Yeah. I don't know what it was, but it had rice and beans,
On the
and then
side.
it was like a soup of...
It was enchiladas with like extra hot sauce.
Right. Look at Sonia.
Hey.
That's crazy. You look at Chelsea, who's a smoke show, and then you go, look at Sonia.
And how? And then look at Xia Li. She's
It's because of that Raven. Oh, yeah, I forgot about her.
she is.
Yeah, she's
right there.
gorgeous, too.
What's the petition for?
Oh, there's the dog show.
Injustices of the world.
By the way, she's probably fine now because she's on the main roster. It was her story. Why is this trash on the roster? He doesn't talk.
Idiots. This
What a
fucking
trash
girl is
show.
fucking dumb.
He is smiling.
Oh, barf.
He's coming back soon. It's probably Ciampa. It's the only other riffraff that was around those guys, right? Oh,
I have
Nikki!
No idea. Ayla says I like enchiladas and I like tortas when I'm feeling more of a made-up thing. I love a carne asada fried chip burrito. Burrito tacos, though, are probably my favorite, though. Burrito tacos. Hey, Ayla, did you see that that one Greek place downtown, they closed? The Grecian Key. And it's being placed by that Angel's Tacos place that was the only place that used to have burrito tacos. And now they're going to have a storefront. And I think they already started, like, early this month. They put
It's
their
a Greek
stuff.
taco place?
No. They took over the building. And they're just Angel's Tacos. That's what they are. Like, they took over the building. Like, that place is gone. There's no other Greek places in town except for Tom's.
That's like a fast food restaurant almost. It's
So
not,
is the Grecian
but...
Key. It kind of was too,
Right.
in a way. Just a nicer sit-down eatery. But Piccolo says, here you go, Travis. Who were some tag teams you think could have made a title run if it weren't for abrupt breakups or awful bookings?
Like, obviously, you're talking about modern day ones, but the one that always sticks out to me is the girls.
The Iconics?
The Iconics. I was getting there. It would have taken me probably another 20 minutes, but I would have made it. That was just the weirdest breakup ever. I don't understand it. It made no sense. I think they were trying to push the pretty one, but it just didn't work.
Yeah, not for what they were trying to do with her.
They needed them both, and then they put them on tag teams anyways, which was fucking just stupid. Billie Kay was trying to like find a job. Remember that?
She had her resume for everybody
but,
and her like picture or whatever.
I mean, I don't like that they broke up the Rockers. I don't like that they broke up the British Bulldogs. I don't like that they broke up the Hart Foundation. I mean, if you're talking about like the iconic, the legendary tag team, I don't know if the Rockers were considered legendary, but they could have been a lot better as time went on over the next 10 years. Because look what Shawn did. But they had to. They had no other choice. All their talent left. They all jumped ship and went to WCW. And so they were just left with these tag teams that were still under contract.
That's weird.
And so they had to split them all up. And then Vince just stayed doing it. He's like, oh, that worked in the 90s, so let me split up every tag team that I've ever had, you know? And then he did. Except for he never split up the Usos. Although it looks like he's trying to now.
Yeah.
A little bit. I still don't know if it'll happen.
Right.
I was hoping with Triple H in there that would keep the tag teams together, like Ford and Dawkins, the Street Profits.
While.
Keep them to fucking together.
The Viking Raiders and
well,
stuff
the Vikings,
like that.
There again, if they split them, Eric's gone. Or I mean, Ibar's gone. Eric's probably gone too. That wouldn't be
a good team. That one's kind of a different one.
Like the New Day, if they split them, they're gone. They just release them. Big E might be able to stick around for a minute if he comes back.
Ella says...
By the way, that could be the big return tonight.
Could be. Ella says, curry sauce, ? Chris says, hello, Travis, thought on baseball legend Tommy Lasorda. I always like when he argued with the crazy crab mascot.
Right. He's a Dodger. I don't talk much about him.
Robbie's like, curry sauce on chips is decent. Ayla, you giving away your curry sauce? Pico says that, and Ayla says, I got it from your mom, Robbie. It's still warm, Chris. Robbie says, Ayla, extra flavors for you. Yum, yum. Piccolo says, that was me and wood tip black and mild. I could never smoke an entire one. This was in my early 20s. Black and mild. That's funny. Black and mild cigars. It was like funny barfing or something gross. Must be a height thing. Chris says, sexy Sonia. Robbie says, burritos are decent. What the fuck? Robbie's like, Ayla, you said you're enjoying that homemade curry sauce. Piccolo says, yeah, spaghetti mess. Spaghetti mess.
Well, Johnny Spaghetti was up there. I don't know if that's what he's talking about.
Maybe, probably. I'm guessing. Ayla says, I never said that for real, though. I've never had curry sauce. Is that a real thing? Like in India, I know the seasoning.
I've heard of curry, but I don't know what it is.
Robbie says, you make curry sauce from the powder, Ayla. And Ayla says, they closed? I didn't know that, but I know he said he was going to start up an actual shop. Yeah, so the Grecian Key closed and sold the building to Angel for Angel's Tacos. And so his family are doing a menu. They're not going to do their truck anymore, except for maybe like some like catering stuff. But they're not catering stuff, but public things. They're not going to do their catering with their truck anymore or anything like that for now. They're just going to get their brick and mortar on top. And they're going to have like a pretty small menu so they can kind of keep up with stuff. And then maybe add to it as things go on. Robbie says, and the spices that go into it. It says just water and curry seasoning. It is like, tell me a recipe, I'll make it. It was like, I need to know what I'm missing. Bobby says, you can buy authentic curry powder in a pack already made, Ayla, or you can make it yourself with the ingredients. It says, we have a place in town that makes a spaghetti mess, taco spaghetti. I'm not a fan, but their cheeseburgers are bomb. So spaghetti mess in other places is actually like chili on spaghetti, Ayla.
What the?
Yeah.
That's illegal.
I don't remember where that's at.
That's like ketchup on ice cream or something.
Piccolo says, I love some El Pastor and even tried beef cheek and tacos.
Roman Reigns returns.
Dip their burrito in sauce. Birrias? Yeah, Birria tacos, Birria, guys. Birria tacos. Yeah, so basically what they are is they're like a meat, like a beef that's been boiled or like stewed for like a really long time in a consomme sauce. And then you take your tortilla and you dip it in the sauce and fry it in a pan and put your meat and cheese usually, because we have to add cheese, right? Because it's better. But you can just do meat. And then like onions and cilantro or whatever.
Watch the crowd here.
And then you fold it over and fry it in a pan, and then you get it with the consomme, and then you dip it in the consomme sauce. They're really good. Does
she not have a butt?
No. This taco truck did it for a long time.
Well, anyways, we got Zoe Stark out there.
That's only place around that did it.
She's all muscly and built. You think that she would have a butt. Most muscle builders have butts from squats and stuff. It looks flat back there. But her arms are her best attributes.
Look, she has saggy butt.
Yeah.
She has saggy page butt.
but her legs are jacked. I wonder if she just does leg presses and not squats. Anyways, we got Zoe Stark in there with Nikki ASH, or whatever they call her now, Cross. Does she have a bad knee, this Zoe? Looks like she's got a Megatron brace on. Usually don't allow that in these kind of matches.
Right.
That's a weapon. An accidental
weapon. They let
weapon.
him have it in NXT. H is all about that crap. It's like, no, it's fine. Just totally fine.
Well, especially with Tegan.
Robbie's like, Ayla, just Google authentic recipe.
That was nice. I don't mind that move at all.
Ayla says, fine, Robbie, don't share your British secrets with an American. Robbie's laughing. Ayla. Robbie's like, Ayla, can't blame the short Kyles.
Whoa! Big clothesline.
And
that's what
Ayla
they need.
Says,
1, 2.
Tacos, but with noodles instead of a shell. Chris says Zoe is like no knees.
Nikki hit with that lariat. I don't know what else you would call that. Clothesline from hell.
With a very sloppy.
Now she's got her in a side chin lock
on it, and cheese.
Couple hits to the gut. Drops her down, chin to the head. I'm sure that has a name, but I've never heard it. So right into the shoulder with the ring pad. Does that make sense? Ring pad. Her shoulder into the ring pad.
Shoulder
hey,
into
look,
the ring
it's
pad.
Daphne again. She was just the referee not 2 minutes ago. Throwing her into the ropes. Nikki came firing back. It's Nikki's time. Her time is now. Or is it?
Is it?
Is it? Oh, misses with the big lariat there. Nikki has no athleticism at all. None. She's on the negative. If you were judging it 1 to 5, she's at a -2.
Oh, Jesus.
Look at her athleticism. That's not athleticism. But see the running?
That's totally
she can't run. Oh, God, this is terrifying.
She's only going to the second rope. It's fine.
Yeah, she's safe. Well, she lands on her boobs. Zoe, thrust kick. Picks her up. And that's it. Zoe Stark gets her debut win.
Picola says, oh, you ever listened to Joe Rogan a couple weeks back? Ric Flair had a candid interview talking about his addiction to painkillers. Real interesting podcast.
Woo! Woo! No, I haven't. I mean,
He's listened to Joe Rogan before, but he doesn't listen to him on a regular basis.
Yeah, and they don't advertise what's going to be on, at least that I'm aware of. I have Spotify. I could listen to it anytime I want to. I don't watch it, and I would assume that's the only place they advertise for it.
Maybe.
There again, it's kind of like boxing. You have to find matches if you're interested in it. They don't let you know when matches are going to be. You have to find them yourself.
Chris says Zoe finisher is just like Sammy Guevara's finisher, a backwards GTS.
Yeah.
Ayla says apparently we're big on taco-inspired food in Idaho. Pico says in Flair's admiration of Vince and his thoughts about the allegations and lawsuit, etc.
Is that is that restaurant still there, the one that was the big boy?
So the place is still there, but not the restaurant. Uncle Jim's closed. He retired.
Yeah, and then they were opening that new one.
That Mexican food place. Mm-hmm.
Is it still there?
Yep.
Oh,
so
okay.
far.
So it's doing good then.
They got their alcohol license, so now they can sell
shit.
actual alcohol drinks instead of just beer and wine.
Yeah, so they're fine then. Wonder where they got that kind of money.
I don't know. According to everybody around here, they're not very much anymore. They're nothing.
The license is free. It's to get it because you have to buy it from somebody. because they aren't just giving them out because our population isn't big enough.
Yeah.
Because they only give out so many.
According to most people, you can just pay $200 for one.
Bullshit.
No, that's what I've heard. I talked to people about it. I was like, what? I was like, are you kidding me? I was like, that's basically just handing them out like chips.
Yeah, I don't know how true that is. I mean, I'll call the state because me and Kobe were going to open a bar a long time ago.
Robbie says, Nikki been hanging about with Bliss too much. That's why, Travis, that she's not athletic. Robbie says, didn't realize Ryback had his own YouTube. Had his own YouTube.
I didn't either.
Did Condom cut his own hair? The sides are so uneven. Dude, I don't fucking know what he does. Ask his mommy, Rhea Ripley. I'm sure she knows everything about it. John says, what's Idaho like? Lots of farmland?
Depends on where you're at, but most of the time it's wilderness. But yeah, there's farmland, and there's a few big cities. It's kind of like a vein. I call it the what is it? The flux capacitor. Our state's set up like the flux capacitor. So if you ever seen the flux capacitor, you know it has the main road, the main drag here, and then it goes up this way and then that way. And that's where all the cities are, just on that Y. Everything else in the middle is just mountains and trees, and everything at the bottom corners is your farmland. That's it. That's how Idaho's built. So if you ever seen a flux capacitor, you got like the gate city, which is the one that kind of separates so they can all go there, and then you just go left from the gate city and you hit all the way to Boise, and if you go right, which isn't really a right, it's almost straight, but it curves, that one goes all the way up to Canada.
Yep.
Like that's it. Like there is no other road.
Not
really.
Main ones.
Yeah. You got dirt roads.
You have small highways and
small
like
cities,
that.
towns that would be considered small towns.
Yeah, so you have a lot of little highways and things like that, but no like interstates, like really big interstates. You only have three main interstates if you call the other one that pops off of the other one and goes down to Utah. But
that's not Maine, but I don't even know what that one's called.
84.
I think it has to be odd.
86.
That's still...
It's one or the other.
I thought this was 86.
Then it's 84.
Usually what they do is the evens go this way, like across the country, and then the odds go up.
I don't know. I just know that it's like I-84 or something.
And it could be. And this could be 84. I don't know. I'll look real quick. Just take a sec. Wah, wah, wah.
Chris says, bro, Woods is a loser, man. And Pico's like, it's funny how all the towns can talk about old and new food spots, places that were successful and the others that failed. What's even sadder, Pico, is the ones that 84. Are successful and they don't continue because one, either the person doesn't want to sell it to anybody because they're selfish, or they don't have anybody to take over because maybe their kids don't or something like that happens. And then they don't do anything to make it like something that can continue. That actually happened with a place here that had been here for over 70 years, basically. The guy who bought it from his parents, and he just barely had bought it from them in like 2015, decided he didn't want to do it anymore. But he's still going to do food stuff. He just wasn't going to do that anymore. So he closed them both. And he didn't like sell the stuff that because it was like something specific. They were called space burgers. And the machine was something that was actually invented and sold at the...
Are you just talking about the food?
Huh?
The restaurant wasn't called Space Burger.
I know.
Oh, okay.
I'm just talking about the food. They sold something what they called space burgers. Right. And it was a specific machine that actually was sold at the world fairs. And the person that had bought it, who owned the restaurant originally, had bought them to bring back, and he brought him back to his restaurant, his little burger and shake restaurant that he had, and he did that for years and years and years, and I'm talking like years and years. Well, this guy decided that he didn't want to do this anymore, so he closed them, but he's still going to be in food. But he's not going to take that and share it with any other restaurant that's been here forever so that maybe that could live on.
Right.
Like, he's a selfish fuckface.
So anyways, the reason they call it 84 is because it's from the Boise, and so it's running this direction, and they just have it come down and then drop in. So that's one highway. So 86 just connects it.
Oh. I always thought
didn't know
86
that.
was always the one that went clear to
No, it's
all the way. I think they
yeah.
have that marked incorrectly. I'm pretty sure that's
Anyways,
86.
So 84 goes to there. That's why it's odd or an even number. Because all your odds go up. See, like this one's 93.
Right.
But anyways, so that's the highway. That's the reason is because it is heading west.
Yeah, it's not a highway either. It's an interstate, and they're kind of different.
All right.
Well, they are.
Well, if you don't understand, I guess you don't
Well,
understand.
then how can you say that about the highway that runs through here because it runs parallel?
It's a fucking interstate. People call it a highway. It's happened.
I'm talking about the highway that runs parallel to the interstate.
What highway that runs in parallel to the interstate?
In our area, Highway 91 that runs parallel basically with the interstate.
You're talking about the Yellowstone Highway?
Yeah.
Well, why wouldn't you call it that?
It's still Highway 91 because that's what it's called on a map.
You still go, odds go up and down, and evens go left to right. That's how they built the system.
Okay. Well, Highway 91 still goes in parallel with the interstate, so.
I-15, which is also even or odd because it goes up and down.
Okay.
What? I-15 goes to Los Angeles.
Is that where he's from?
But I think you already know that. That 15 goes to Los Angeles.
Leslie John said that. Chris said that. Oh, Chris said, Brock and Trish at Raw. Sable won't like that. Brock probably is already gone. Ayla says a license for alcohol is a crazy game you have to play. So we had our alcohol license where I work, and you have to sell so much alcohol. Right, but it's different to have a beer and wine permit and then a hard alcohol permit.
Right.
There's kind of a different thing.
Yeah, your liquor license is kind of a badass thing. Like, I'm on the waiting list, but it was like something like 92 years or something.
Bryce says, gotta go, guys. Bye. Peace out later. Bye, Bryce. Thanks for hanging out with us. Pico says Pensacola had several great restaurants that had to shut down due to the sprinkles. Yeah, and guess what? They never came back. Most of them probably never came back.
You guys ready for her music to hit? Oh.
And Robbie says, Ayla, do you still get ID'd for buying drink? Pico says, it's been 3 years and we're finally getting back to normal. Ayla says, to get it free, the next year we didn't sell enough to actually make any kind of profit from it and renew or whatever. That's what I understood from George's dad. John says, cool, I live 30 miles from Philadelphia. That sounds fun. 30 miles from Philly.
I have a friend that lives there.
She's back. Hopefully she's not wearing weird shit.
She won't.
Maybe
She's
she had a whole wardrobe change and went back to
is she fucking with people? She's fucking with people. You guys fell for it.
Ayla says, no, I don't get ID'd. I'm old.
So gullible there in Jacksonville.
Till she comes down from the stands. That'd be funny. Robbie's like, oh, I can imagine you do, Ayla. Robbie's like, LOL. And Pickle says, you know, John, I had visited Philly once. It's a great city, but my only food memory was the Swedish meatballs at IKEA. Ayla says, Butchbox sold their license, not sure to who. Robbie says that that's a bummer that he shut it. Yeah. John says, oh, that's funny, Cola. They're good. My sister-in-law always buys those. Robbie says, what food does he do? Ayla says, Space Burger guy was kind of a jerk. We sold to him. It was like fast food, diner type food. Robbie Piccolo says, oh, baddie Trish sighting. Ayla says, burgers, fries, milkshakes. Robbie says, Trish with the tight pants on that needs lube to get them off.
Right.
John's like, oh, lube. Robbie's like, would you say Five Guys do the best fries? No, I wouldn't actually.
Wait, what's this?
Is it real or fake?
What's this? She's standing behind her.
It's the man of the masses.
That's her shirt, the man of the masses. Turn around. Stratisfaction punched her right in the grill.
Really?
And
I thought
again
it
with
was
a clothesline.
the tit.
European uppercut. Bexploder! Woo! Look, now he's got a piece of equipment that hangs way down. They put one of those on his mask, the catcher. Or the umpire.
Oh, this guy, this
Uh-huh.
umpire. Like, we don't want this to happen to you, so.
See it? No, it's the same guy.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, is
Now
that
it just
why
now
they
it
were
just hangs
doing-
down to here.
Oh, that's funny.
You see it?
Yeah.
The man is back. She's like, you shut your mouth when you're talking to me. They cut her off. She was going to talk again, and they started playing her music. Cut her off. They're like, we're trying to hurry the show along.
Yeah. We have an hour
You're no
left.
longer important, Becky.
Robbie says, oh, Trish didn't tan her hands. Illa says he told Jordan's dad that he was sick of making food for people with no respect. Yeah, the guy who owned that place is a fucking twat. In his interview that he did for the paper here, just everything that he said was so selfish and douchebaggish. I was like, are people really falling for this garbage? I was like, what a dick. And the fact that he's like, yeah, well, I'm still going to be in the food industry. And it's like, dude, fuck off. And I hope he is, so I can go up to him and be like, you're a fucking piece of shit.
Yeah.
Because that's what I really want to tell him.
Tune into
He's
Wrestling
a fucking
Gab.
piece of shit. He's a fucking piece of shit.
Brock looked at that title. But just because he cost it. Brock wouldn't want that title if you
God,
gave it.
no,
You
don't.
could hand it to him and he'd piss on it and throw it in the garbage.
Exactly as he should. Why is Sammy back there with him? That's weird. What the fuck are these guys doing back there with him?
They're all
That's
just hanging
weird.
out with Cody. What's going to happen now? Well, right now, nothing's going to happen.
Well, Brock has to pay for what he did. Chris says Trish is so awesome. Thanks, Trish. Robbie says, Ayla, so you like to be quick and easy. And Piccolo says, oh, we were duped. Ayla's like, Robbie, what are you talking about? And Chris says, yep, Sean did the same thing in 05 when Bret Hart music played in Calgary. John says Trish is a smoke show.
Anything happening here, guys? Is it going to be Big E by chance? Everybody's kind of looking forward to it.
Oh, it says douche.
Well, we know that, but could it be more? Something at the end of this, maybe he shows up.
Chris says Becky's eyes look huge. Must
It's
be
because
the
that
eyeliner.
she put that gold under her eyes, so it made her look funny.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, it made her eyes look weird.
Robbie says, I prefer the USA uppercut, not the European.
Right?
Ayla says, I didn't say that. I thought you were asking what kind of food does the Space Burger guy make, so I answered, ha, you weren't talking about that, though. Vindicator's like, Becky could have at least let Trish take off those heel boots. Bex had an unfair advantage. Bianca did this. People would be foolishly booing.
Is this the worst match they could possibly make?
It's Woods and who?
I'm pretty sure they said Dominic Mysterio.
Oh, God. Fucking Jesus. Help me.
Like, how do I cheer for nobody?
Robbie says, yeah, Illa, was that restaurant any good? John says Becky looks like she works at the TT Club. Chimichanga in the chat, hey Jimmy, says Becky is boring. Sleepy face.
They made her boring. You're right, 100%. I'm not going to argue. She used to be able to main event, even pay-per-views, and now she's fucking around with old people.
Chris says Travis thoughts on Trevor Bauer in Japan.
Isn't that weird? Dude's like a true ace, and he's over in Japan because no team wants to touch him. Didn't he beat up a woman or something? Or rumored he beat up a woman? Looks dumb.
That guy is so fucking dumb looking.
Well, he's so goofy. He reminds me of the alien on okay, picture Psych, not Psych, no, the other Monk.
Mm-hmm.
Now picture him in the movie where he's an alien,
Okay.
right? And he sells jewelry or something.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's what Pete Davidson looks like.
Men in Black.
Yes.
He's the pawn shop guy.
Yeah. That's who he reminds me of.
He's gross. I don't know how anything thinks he's hot or if they think he's funny because I have listened to his shit and I'm just like, he is the fucking dumbest motherfucker on this planet if you think that that's funny. God damn, he's dumb. It was like Space Burger Guy would buy the cheapest stuff from us and literally pull a Karen if her prices went up, called George's dad a biche in more words. Not surprising. Like I said, his interview was a telltale of what kind of a person he really is. Robbie says, go on, D. Will you actually call Manza a fucking piece of shit? Yes, I will. Pico says, New Day rocks. Robbie's like, Condom will cheat to win. Chris says, I actually want Dom to beat Woods.
I can't cheer for Dom and I can't cheer for Woods. So
it's unfortunate, but no cheering. Ayla says, he was, Robbie. He was rude to me a few times. A real POS. John says, is Space Burger Guy like the Soup Nazi guy? No, not like the Soup Nazi guy. He doesn't take pride in what he does. I think he bought the restaurant from his parents just so he could fucking close it. I'm pretty sure that's why he did it. Just so he could just be like, I'm done. His manager, the reason why he closed one of them was because his manager died. Unexpectedly, the manager died, so he just closed the whole store. Just closed it. Just closed it. Instead of being like this other restaurant in town that just is open seasonally, which he could have done, and just kept it open on a seasonal basis, that place would have rocked. But instead, nope, done, closing. Or sold it? Nah, I'm not going to sell it. It's too much hassle to sell. I won't get my money out of it. What money? You bought it from your fucking parents. You fucking piece of shit. Yeah, guy's a fucking twat.
Yeah. I don't know who he is.
Chris says AEW at nearly 60K on a rumor that Punk might be there at Wembley.
He probably will.
A rumor?
I'm assuming he'll be back by then. That's late August.
Pico's like, oop, Warriors and Lakers just in time. Robbie says, Ailey sounds like an a-hole. It says that restaurant was good when I was younger. I like the ice cream. I hadn't eaten there in years. Robbie's Space Burger is sandwich bread with a ground beef with cheese put in a sandwich press to get a round shape that was sealed together at the crust. Like an Uncrustable. Literally like an Uncrustable. But with like hamburger stuff in it instead, like a cheeseburger.
It was good.
But it was like loose meat. It was loose meat.
I grew up with them.
With cheese, and they put lettuce and stuff in them too.
Yeah.
But,
I would dip mine in ketchup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like if anybody knows what an Uncrustable is, it was literally just like that, only it was a hamburger. Like hamburger ingredients instead. Yeah. The ice cream, phenomenal. I don't know how they made their soft serve, but their chocolate soft serve was the best chocolate soft serve in town. So that's the only thing about that place I'm going to technically really, really miss.
Like Buddy Murphy's so jealous of this storyline, it's kind of funny.
Is he really? Why?
I mean, if you read Twitter, and I'm not talking about other people, I mean his Twitter.
Right. That's
what they do.
That's how I would go
like
off
so,
of.
So she had her white outfit on Saturday.
She looked really, really good.
I thought she looked great, and that's the first time I've said that on TV because she looks like hell usually.
Yeah, there's every once in a while she has really nice looking outfits.
Right. But anyways, on her back it said Mysterio on her butt or something, or
Mammy.
Dom or something.
Yeah.
It said something about. Anyways, it had Rey Mysterio or Dominic's name on her, and Dom's pointing at it because it's like on her butt or something, and he's like, yeah, like you get to look at it or whatever. I actually get to touch it. Things like that. Just comments like that.
What a weirdo.
No, and there's no, and then
That's
Rhea
just
replies
stupid.
to it, with the like a dying laughing, the laugh and it's kind of sideways and it's got tears.
Right. They're laughing really
I don't know what
lot.
they mean. Yeah.
It's the like really laughing, like
Right.
hard laughing, whatever you want to call it. Laughing my ass off, like
Right.
emoji.
Oh Jesus, this match is happening. This has got to be my worst nightmare.
What's happening on baseball?
It's like a Ryan Garcia versus or Daniel Garcia versus Daniel Bryan match.
Piccolo's laughing. OMG, Pete Davidson does look like him. He does. He's like looks sick. Like he looks like there's something wrong with him. Like he's like sick looking. It's like, dude, what is wrong with you? Like, how many drugs are you taking? Chris says he'll put it this way. I'd take Woods over Pete Davidson, and that's saying something.
Yeah, I might do that too.
He was like, I don't know his real name and won't mention the real restaurant name. He's not actually known as Space Burger Guy. Yeah, because he didn't really invent it. It was like, Robbie, he was a Karen man with his head up his bum. So he was a Chad. Piccolo says kind of like Jamaican pies in a pastry pouch. Kind of. Yeah, Piccolo. Kind of like that. Something to that extent is what it was.
Never heard of any of that.
But it was completely like sealed all the way around in a circle. That's why it was called Space Burgers, because it looked like a spaceship. Like a circle spaceship.
Yeah,
from the 50s, guys.
Yeah, he had the press made.
Like, he had extra ones made because he couldn't find them anymore.
Right, and they were like super expensive, and he said, well, I'll sell them, but I won't be able to recoup what I spent on them because they were so expensive to have made.
Yeah, that he had fabricated in a machinist shop.
Right.
So instead of giving it to another restaurant in town, like one of the ones that we have that's a seasonal one that's by a park, instead of giving it to that place and having them just keep the iconic Space Burger alive, he said, no, I'm going to put it up for auction and let fuck faces at home use it. And it's like, dude, you're a dumb asshole. I hate that guy. I hate him so much. Like, he is what makes our town fucking retarded. And I mean that exactly how I say it. Because he's lame.
This match is happening.
It is. It's working its way into it, too.
Holy sheep shit.
I was like, oh, Ayla, did anyone want to buy it and reopen it? Chris says, wow, Murphy is insecure.
He would have been able to sell it, I believe.
He would have been able to sell that shit in a heartbeat. Instead, you know what he sold it to? He sold it to a place that's going to sell automobiles out of one. And the other one's going to be a security place. Like, you know, that installs security systems in homes. That's fucking what he sold his buildings to. He's a piece of crap.
Is Woods dressed like the cars, what are the Hot Wheels cars? Is that?
No, he's dressed like some kind of like off of a thing.
Cool.
A video game or something like that. Some video game thing or something.
It just reminds me of the Hot Wheels car sign, that the blue and the orange and the fire and all that.
Chris is like, wow, Murphy is insecure about Rhea and Dom. Bruh. I know, right? Like, who the fuck? I mean, in all reality, why would you even give it the time of day? You'd be like, on your Twitter, you're going to be more like, my woman looks so hot. I wouldn't give a shit what was written on her ass.
I mean, obviously, it's funny. Like, that he would even care.
Exactly.
I mean, there's, like, I get in wrestling, like, she's probably going to cheat on him, right? Like,
oh, definitely.
It's just that environment, but it ain't with fucking him.
Right?
Like, you'd have to be something seriously, like, an extra chromosome type.
That, or he's hung way down to his knee, or he's the best lover and nobody knows it.
Yeah, that's not true.
Well, we all know that's not true.
But
I'm saying that's, you know, there's got to be something. Oh, he listens to my feelings. There's something that would have to happen in order for it to happen.
That's not happening, but it could be with somebody else, like a Damian Priest
definitely.
or something. Or
somebody else.
I'm not saying that she's doing it. I'm saying that it's possible because that happens all the time because it's just sexually charged when you have men and women, especially in sports, around each other all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, look at Becky. She got knocked up by a wrestler.
Their endorphins just go bonker crazy. Let's see. All right, it says, Robbie, that restaurant was old, over 30 years old. No, it was like over 60, 70 years old, Ayla. Apparently, he refused to give it away. Now there's a new one in the adjacent town. It's not the same, though. Oh, is there? So, Ayla, that one was him, too, and they're both closed. So, just so you know. Robbie says, so when will Rhea screw over Dom? Because that's coming. Ayla says, new, few years old. Chris says, This is like Ryan Garcia versus Daniel Garcia. Robbie says, oh, right, Ayla, some people don't deserve to own a business. LOL. Chris says, Dom, just because you are wearing Tiger Mask Eddie's boots doesn't give you magical wrestling abilities.
Right.
It looks like Jordan's dad offered to buy it too. That's what's annoying. Oh, I'm sure he had plenty of offers for people to buy that. Both of them. Or one of them even. He closed both of them, Ayla. The one that was open for about 16 years out in north of here. That one. That they made the building and everything and it was open for like 16 years. Yeah. He closed that one too. He barely closed that. When was that? April? Sometime in April.
Yeah, it just was a minute ago.
Yeah, like a few weeks ago. Like his last day was like April 14th.
Yeah, Brett said he went and got a sandwich that last week.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He said there was like a 40-minute wait.
Yeah. Yeah. And if you have that much of stuff, you're an asshole. You have people like, I mean, because you know it was busy all the time. And if the one south of town closed, you know that one was very busy. Yeah, he's just a piece of crap.
I told my mom to go over there. I told her I'd buy her lunch, but
she refused.
Yeah, she's like, all I like is their ice cream, and I can't have ice cream anymore.
Right. She says that, but then eats the crap she eats anyways.
It's the cold stuff.
Oh.
Her doctor told her she needs to move. So she doesn't know what to do now. Only I've been telling her that for 5 years. She's like,
that she needs to move to warmer climate.
Mm-hmm. Just move down to Yuma.
Right. But isn't when it's too hot bad for her too?
Mm-mm.
Oh.
She's like, I don't want to learn a new town. I was like, those towns are different. Everything you need is within like 6 blocks. How they build those places.
Mm-hmm.
Everything.
That's true. Chris, like, LOL. Who's she telling to shut up over there?
The crowd.
Oh. Chris says, LOD, who makes your town retarded? Funny stories, yes. Chris says, Woods is just like the New Japan logo. Oh, jeez. Robbie says, Woods and Condom, the matches for wrestling purists. I was like, oh, the new one's gone too. Now, dang, I thought they were separated owners. That's what, no, he owned both of them. No, he owned both. Yeah.
Yeah, he closed the one by ISU a long time ago because the manager died. But
had no idea it was closed. I just thought I drove by it in the winter and I was like, well, that's weird. They're closed. I wonder if they're doing some renovations. No, the manager died. He just decided that it wasn't worth keeping open, so he closed it.
couldn't find probably anybody.
The manager died unexpectedly. It sounded like the manager died unexpectedly in December, and he literally closed it like a week later. The guy's a fucking piece of shit. No matter what you say, the end of the story is the guy is a piece of crap. No matter what. Bah! Get him!
There's your DDT. Somebody was
Don't get
talking
him.
about that
Somebody
earlier.
get him.
Rhea was going to get up in there with her
She's
belt,
like,
I guess.
oh, no, it's fine. I'm good. I was just scared for a minute. He's like, you better stay off of there. It's too funny. Are we frozen again? No, we're not.
I have no idea.
No, we're not.
New Day Rocks.
Day Rocks. Not.
Wow. Come on. In this match, how's this still going? I guess they're evenly shitty.
People says it's normally anime or something fighter game. That's what I figured. Something of that nature. But I don't know what it is. Ayla says might as well open another bank in those locations. Oh, no, Ayla. No. The one south of town is going to be a
Car lot.
used car lot. That's what he sold it to. Yeah. And the one north of town, that one's going to be a security system place. Yeah. Although they did say that supposedly the one place Double Shots was going to be in like the drive-through area.
Some sort of a coffee place.
So a coffee place is going to be like in the drive-through spot, but really, like that makes up for everything. Douche.
All right, flip him in.
Ravi says Buddy is a jobber in AEW as well. Chris says, well, in WWE, Murphy's nickname was the best kept secret.
Yeah.
Vindicator says, all right, You all be cool and have a good night. Gonna check out some nothing else on this show is interesting. Keep tight and see you for Dynamite later, Gators.
All right, take care. Yeah,
Bye.
I mean, obviously that main event's coming up. It'll be here pretty soon.
Yeah. Bye, Vin. We'll see you later on AEW. Ernest Bell in the chat. Hey, Ernest, how's it going? Says hello. Are you there? Sure.
Yeah, good to see you in here.
Says it said over 30 because I know it's older than me. John says he could have a baby's arm between his legs. They might call him tripod.
Right. Holding an apple.
Ayla says, Robbie says, so are the New Day dissolving like aspirin in a cup of water?
Dom wins. Clean.
That's so weird.
Pretty sure he just said Xavier Woods have done it. Byron Sax, or whoever that was.
Kevin,
yeah. No, he lost.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
that wasn't
the tights.
clean. He was holding his tights.
They didn't show that in the first angle.
Oh. It says the lady at the park, this seasonal one, offered 2 from what I know. Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure there was multiple places around here with old school stuff that wanted to keep it in business. And instead of being a good person, he was just a douche. Literally a fucking piece of crap. That's why I said, if I ever see that guy in person anywhere, I'm going to call him a piece of shit. Because of all of that. Multiple people offering to buy it. Multiple people wanting to take it over so that he didn't have to worry about or do anything with it. Even if it was just one and close the other one, who cares? But instead, no. Selfish little fuck. Yeah. It was dumb. That article made me so mad.
Plus the women's tag
They're
team
on the line! Yeah. It continues on SmackDown, guys.
Couple of the biggest stars. I wouldn't say 6 of the biggest stars.
They're going to be in Knoxville, Tennessee for that one, guys.
Yeah, that's not hee-haw.
Anybody going to Knoxville? It's going to be there. Go to Knoxville, Tennessee for some WWE SmackDown. Ernest Bell says, who's the champ on Friday Night SmackDown? The same guy that's always the champ?
Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns.
The
As Robbie
undefeated
says,
champ.
Roman. Chris says, King Charles' inauguration, like, how do you become king?
Some watery tart throws a sword at you.
Throws a sword at you.
There's no system of government.
No system of government. I don't there for no king. Ernest says, what channel is WWE on Mondays? USA.
USA.
Ernest. USA Network, my friend. Robbie says, Ayla, are you still an emo? Aaron Robbie's like, USA Network. And Piccolo says, oh, just now on the playoff game, some random Warriors player beelined straight to the locker room. Must have needed to take a Davidson.
Right. A Devlin.
We're just like, what year is it? Last time I checked, it was 2023. Robbie says, go on, D, chanting New Day rocks. John says, Chris, it's in their bloodline. When Charles dies, Prince William becomes king. And Chris says, John, it's an inside joke, Travis and D say. Yeah, John, it's from a movie.
The Holy Grail.
It's from a movie called Monty Python's and the Holy Grail. And there is a certain skit in it, I guess you could say, where a guy who's the king.
He must be a king. Why? He doesn't have shit all over him.
is riding his horse with his entourage across the fields and comes across some peasants.
Right.
The Britons? Who are the Britons? Well, you are.
We are all the Britons. And I am your king.
King?
I didn't vote for no king.
You don't vote for a king.
Well, how'd you become king then?
The Lady of the Lake. What? The Lady of the Lake.
Rose up out of the water.
Rose up out of the water.
And handed me the sword.
And handed me the sword.
Just because some watery tot threw its sword at you is no system of government.
There you go. It's also how to figure out who's a witch. It's quite amazing. Scientific facts.
It does have a lot of science in it, especially the witch one. If you throw a witch in the water, she'll float. So what else floats?
A small pebble.
Small rocks. A bit of wood. A duck. Yes. How are you so wise in the ways of science? So, of course, if she weighs as much as a duck, then she's a witch, and we burn her! They put her on the scales, and it's like, burn her!
And he walks off, and she's like, ah! And he's like, da 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 da. And the king's like, oh, so now you're going to join me? And he's like, I think I will. And see.
Well, you need science, people like that.
Lots of science. Ravi says, good to see Nakamura back. And Ravi says, D, you could have bought it and run it. No. Chris says, according to him, he wouldn't have sold it to anybody. And there's more people that were probably better capable of running it than me. And he didn't want to sell it to them.
Hey,
so.
there they are. Just the two, though, huh? They didn't bring in the other guy. Damn it. That would have been sick. Oh, wait, no, they did, because Ginger's with them. Ginger's in the back. Yeah. Oh, hell yeah.
Is he just kind of walking behind
he's
him? Because he's kind of back. I see somebody walking.
Yeah, that's him.
Chris says, LOL, I want to see D at a voting booth. Joshua Phillips in the chat. Hey, Joshua. Says, sup, guys, if not Natalia and Rhea soon collide, who would win? Rhea.
Look at him. That's some big dudes right there. This is the type of stable I like to see.
They're going to shake the foundation of Monday Night Raw, as we should see.
What I would like to see is their first match against Kevin and Sammy, and they run through them in like 30 seconds. And just absolute
But
dominate.
not take the belts off of him yet. Just.
Oh, no. Take the belts. Fuck it. Separate them.
Oh, you purring, buddy? Miss is like, I'm used to losing. It's fine.
Are they going to Shinsuke Nakamiz or whatever he's saying? Ms. K Nakamura. Ms. K Nakamura. Do it. He's not going to do it. No.
One-on-one. Mano a mano.
Itaichi.
Awesome.
It's going to be awesome. His English is getting way better.
Awesome, huh, buddy? Chris says, Travis, who wins in an ass hat match between Seth Rollins and Seth Rollins from 2016?
16.
Skunk
The
hair?
skunk boy.
Ravi says, D, do you ever think why does WWE do most of the shit it does? You know what? There's a lot of questions like that happen, Ravi. Sometimes I try not to.
Look,
voice
they're
it 'cause then you guys
going to
look
sign
weird.
the petition so they can get their rematch. Hilarious. That's not happening though, but
Weird. It was like emo still. Emo's a lifestyle, so yes, I'm still emotional. Yeah. Chris says, Travis, thoughts on my boy Jalen Green of my Rockets?
I have no idea. You know how long it's been since I've watched basketball. I play it, But I play, like right now I'm in 1999. Mm-hmm. Like I'm playing as the Utah Jazz. Won the championship last year against the Bulls, though.
Pickle's laughing, and Ernest Bell says, okay, later. I'll be back one day fully. Till then, Roman Reigns, Superman punch. All right, Ernest. Chris says
Ernest.
no one expects the Spanish Inquisition. Ravi says Charles, he's married to a woman called Carmela Parker Balls. What fitting name?
Now she's Queen Consulate or whatever.
Yeah. Chris says gender should be in this title pick. Chris is like Cryberry Baby Live Time. And Joshua says, hey guys, what is the main event tonight? The tournament winners.
It's Finn Balor versus Seth freaking Rollins.
There's a tournament winners for that heavyweight title championship tournament that they just started. They were the two that won out of the three. They had like a triple threat and a triple threat matches tonight. And Seth won one, and then the other one was won by Finn Balor.
They could easily put this as the main event on that Saudi Arabia card.
Oh,
because there's nobody that Roman's going to be wrestling anyway. Like, Roman doesn't have a story going.
True. He doesn't have anything that's happening right
now.
now.
And so he'll probably be there. He probably just won't have a match.
I think he's having a break.
He'll be here Friday.
Yeah.
But we'll see if they have anything built by then. And even who is it going to be that would main event over Cody and Brock? I feel like that's two big names. Like, you got to go that way and just let Roman start the show with the bloodline
Chris
story.
says Sonya and Raquel and Liv scissors, and Robbie says, "Oh, Ayla, do you have one of them long chains on your pants?" You must not have manifested it enough. It was like two, Robbie. I wear two chains. Two long chains on my pants.
Look at that St. Louis pitcher. That's an athlete right there.
He ran to the first base like real fast and got him out.
He threw the ball, but
Oh.
he watched it. Well, if they show the replay. Yeah, it's right here. No?
Toast of the game.
What do you need? You can't go backwards. I don't know why you came in here. He's like, there's 20 minutes left.
He's like, okay, so we're almost at the end, right? I'm going to come bother you right now. Personal space. Cat came in here, so the cat actually caught a mouse today, but then he didn't kill it, so it got loose somewhere in the house, which is gross. Joshua says, do you think Seth Rollins will be WWE champion again?
Not for a while. So it'll be a long time. But if you're talking about a champion, he could definitely be the world heavyweight champion.
Yeah, he could be this world heavyweight champion on Raw. Oh, there you go. Good boy. Lay down. It says, plus the chain that goes from my nose ring to my earring. Ooh, yeah, those. Don't forget those. And the little, like, shaved, like, space in your eyebrow and shit.
Rhea Ripley style.
Yeah, she's not really emo, though. She's, like, weird goth stuff, but the emos did that, too. Sorry, I touched your little... Touch your beans. Touch your beans. Oh, you touched your beans.
Cool. This show went pretty quick.
Not too bad.
They kept it action-packed for the most part.
Chris says it should be Brock versus Cody in a steel cage this time.
Yeah. No rules or something.
Ravi's like, what do you call an elephant that doesn't matter?
Irrelevant?
Yep.
I don't know.
You got
Really?
it. Irrelevant. It says, I have a few tattooed on my lip too. And Joshua says, yes, the world heavyweight champion.
Yes.
Yeah, he could definitely be that, guys. He could do that, which is a good possibility that that's where they're going to push him to. Chris says he used to call the emos in 2009 scene kids. What? Such a dork. You get a kick out of it.
They have these And the remote controls for your TV.
Yeah.
I don't know how they'd work with like Dish or whatever, but that'd be fun.
Ayla says, my soul, that's what it is. It's an elephant that doesn't matter. Chris says, my boy, Fergal Devitt, a.k.a. Finn Juice, with his airbrushed abs.
Right, looking like the guys from 300. Where they brushed them all. They painted all their abs so they all look like they're in great shape.
Right, but they weren't.
They were just painted.
Robbie says, Ayla, did you cleanse your soul?
At least she's not a redhead. Or she wouldn't have one of those.
That's right. It's true.
It was so weird. There's like that much of it was just sticking out the whole time. Like they wrapped it that way.
That is weird.
Like it didn't pop out. That was typed tight right here.
That's strange. I'm surprised it didn't snap.
Me too.
I thought maybe it had poked through it or something.
No,
So I was like, what
it
the
was
hell?
tight.
Like, that's
And
freaking
taped
weird.
on both sides tight. I don't know if they reopen it for customs because it says it clears customs.
Oh.
So I don't know if they open them there and then retape them.
They're like, what's this stick in here?
Is that a weapon?
Is that a weapon? Avada Kedavra.
Sparks. They do sell these with sparks.
I know, yeah,
I
I
was
know.
going to look at that one. I think it was like $80. So
They have it like a couple different things, but yeah.
you put little fire paper in it.
Oh,
So like,
makes sense that they would do it that way.
and there's this weird fire, or like paper, and it blows out or something.
Hey, cat, what are you doing? Wherever you're at, stop it.
Yeah. Why don't you go kill mice? He had fun though. He was having a blast, and he'd just catch it with his claws like that, and it would just stop moving.
Good boy. Oh, you're a good boy. That's a good boy. Oh, so good.
But he's just carrying around like his toys. No
Argus.
different.
Go lay down. You're a good boy too. Yeah. Everybody's a good boy. The chat keeps disconnecting and reconnecting. It's weird.
That's super weird because this is all legit. Ba-na-na-na-na-na-na.
Joshua says, do you think John Cena will be back or is he done with WWE?
Yeah, we've had 0 drops.
He'll probably come back here
We'll
and
see
there.
him again.
Ayla says there's not enough soap in the world to cleanse my black soul. Robbie's like, Ayla, a redhead. Go on, Ayla. She's not. Chris says, can't wait to see some more of Harley Cameron, a.k.a. Danny Alexo, on AEW. But unfortunately, we have to see her with QT Marshall. Ayla says, I dyed my hair copper red, had it for a few years. Robbie says, do you would look good as a redhead? No. Piccolo says, my girlfriend left a note on the fridge that says, it's not working. I had opened it and it works perfectly fine to me. You're silly. Silly.
Hilarious.
Argus, go lay down. Go lay down. You're good. There you go. Lay down, buddy. Thank you. Robbie's like, SmackDown was better on Tuesdays. Ayla says, ha ha ha, I saw a TikTok like that, but the front door lock.
I would love for it to go back to Tuesdays. Whoever
Right.
gets it, I hope to, everything holy, they move it to Tuesday or Wednesday.
Right? Take it off of Fridays. That'd be great. Just do 3 days in a row.
Oh.
It'd suck when you had pay-per-views, but...
Oh, a 4th day. Well, you'd have that extra days, depending on the company. But
But Thursday, Friday, Saturday, most of the time off.
mm-hmm.
And Sunday off, too.
Sunday, yeah.
More days in a row instead of this every other day is shit.
I don't like that, yeah.
It's so annoying sometimes. It was like, Travis, are you excited about the new Harry Potter show?
Yes.
Luna in the chat says, was that your huge dog? Yeah, that's one of our huge dogs. That's Argus. Joshua says, I hope we see more of Carlito. He made an appearance at Backlash. He did. He said he was available, so.
He wants a job, but will anybody hire him? He comes from a pretty bad family. Even though they put the grandpa in the Hall of Fame.
His grandpa that murdered people
Yeah.
with a shiv. Like, I shivved your ass, bitches.
It was self-defense.
Was it?
I guess.
You couldn't have done it a different way.
They subpoenaed people to be there, the witnesses. Mm-hmm. By the time they got the subpoenas, the trial was over.
Yeah, that sounds surprising.
And he was acquitted, so it doesn't matter, right? Like,
right.
That's the funny part, is he was like, it'd be different if you were guilty. That would be a
True.
misjustice, but you're innocent, so I guess it's not a misjustice. Mistrial, whatever you call it. Miss something of justice. Mm-hmm. What word is that? Miscarriage.
Yeah.
Of justice.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, here you go, guys. It started. You got 14 minutes.
Robbie says, "Oh, Travis, UD for company." Chris says Rollins is a visionary. He is a revolutionary asshole.
You don't get to chew on it. You know what this will do to you, Crookshanks? You are not a monkey. He's like, why won't you let me have it? You hate me. Expect a return. You dementor. Chrissy. No touchy. Chrissy.
It eats at him to this very day.
What's the third one? There's 3 unforgivables. Mm-hmm. It's Crucio and Avra.
Mm-hmm. Impediment.
That's an unforgivable?
No.
Impediment, James?
No.
It's the one where you can tell them what to do, right?
Yeah.
That's an unforgivable?
Yeah.
That seems weird.
Stop. You make them do stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's how they control everybody.
Harry does it all the time.
Nope. Does he?
Yeah.
No, he doesn't.
In the last book. He does it. That's how they get into the vaults at the bank.
Yeah, well, they had to do something,
Well,
right?
I'm just saying that's how they get in the vaults. And then after that, he does it to the brother and sister.
Oh, yeah.
In the room, the Ravens.
Oh, the Ravenclaw. Yeah, the Caro brother. The Caros.
Yeah, the Caro. Crucio.
That's the one.
And Miss McGonagall's like, you got him.
That's the one where it tortures them.
Yeah.
The
Oh yeah,
one.
he's screaming in agony. Is that a mouse tail?
I don't know. Did you rip all the tails off those mice? Nuh-uh. I thought I saw a blue one with a tail still.
Yeah, I found a maroon one with it. He brought me one with it till I ripped it off. I didn't see any more tails. I tried to rip them off, all the ones I saw. Anyway, Seth Rollins is down and out.
Yeah, they're checking
Beverly
on him
Hills.
because he might be dead.
Down and Out in Beverly Hills. Do you remember that movie? Did you ever watch that?
Yes.
It was pretty good. Well, that was Bette Midler, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like they were rich. And it was Nick Nolte or whatever his name is. It was like the poor, weird, homeless guy.
Danny DeVito's in it or something? Or no?
I don't think he's in it, but maybe. Pickle's like penal code. That's the only court dialogue I know.
Right.
Robbie says, why are some caps so expensive? Are you talking about like hats? Like
the round ones for gardening?
Like hats? Joshua says, no, because he's too much being a heel, Robbie. Robbie's like, Joshua, heels can be champs. Joshua says, I know that. And Chris is like, do you think AEW will access TV shows as just a way of saying Britt Baker is a good person, but she hates Thunder Rosa? I don't know.
You know, I haven't seen it, and I just deleted like 5 or 6 episodes
on the really?
on the
That's
DVD.
funny.
I'm not going to go back and watch them.
Hey, buddy, did you bring a mouse? That's like a boy.
That's a fake one. Now go get the real one.
You okay? What's going on? Hi. You okay? Ugh. Sounds bad.
He's got the Ayla.
You got the croup? Yeah, he got the croups.
Ayla's got him sick.
Yeah, battery's got asthma. Want to try to get it with your croup? With your croupness? Chris, like, you okay? You sound terrible.
Not another one.
Let's see. Chris says, do you think... Oh, I read that. Hassan says, hi there, guys. Is this the last one? Yes, Hassan. This is the last
It's
match
your
of the
main
night.
event. We got 10 minutes left.
This is the... Who's going to be the winner to go on to Night of Champions for that...
For the Raw side, for the heavyweight
Universal
championship.
Heavyweight Championship.
It's just the heavyweight championship.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Robbie says, yeah, caps, hats, snapbacks. You know what? I think it just depends, really.
Yeah, they're like $20 plus. I mean, plus. They go up from there. I've seen them 50.
Yeah. Joshua says, do you think Dominic will ever go solo and get away from Judgment Day or not?
Yeah, I hope that he leaves the company myself. But I do see him. They're not going to keep Judgment together forever. They never do.
Yeah. Ayla says, that cat sounds like we do. Ha ha ha, croup cough. Yeah, he does it every once in a while, so I never really think much of it because
He pukes
it
a
doesn't
lot.
it doesn't happen all the time. He doesn't always puke when he does it.
A lot, though.
He just sounds terrible. Are you in distress?
He's got the black lung.
Yeah. Like other people say, oh, they have asthma or some shit. And it's like, what the fuck? Like,
You know what causes asthma?
your cats have asthma? What'd you do
You know
to
what
it?
causes asthma? Telling the kid they have asthma.
Right?
I'm serious. Like, there's
no,
a big
I
study
know.
on it.
Like
Like
I get it.
99% of people with asthma don't really have it. They were just told they have it.
Right.
And so they just believe it.
True. That's very true.
I don't know if it's 99, but it's like in the 90s, like 93% of how. Asthma is so rare that it's like unheard of almost, but everybody has it, so they don't test for it or things. They just, oh, here's your inhaler. Have some steroids. It's good for you. Nothing better for you.
Nothing better for you.
Some Wellbutyrol. Suck it in. This prescription drug company is like, everybody has asthma. You have asthma. No.
I can't breathe.
Let me take your memory.
La 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 la.
Put it in a cup. Where's my pensive?
Piccolo says, you know what's worse than wrestlers trying to make fighting authentic? Putting these same people on TV and acting like they aren't in front of cameras.
Whoa!
Are you making fun of us, Piccolo? I'm just kidding. It says that didn't work for me, Travis. April tried to tell me I had asthma for years. She still does it. Anytime I cough or sneeze, she says, because you have asthma.
Uh-huh.
No, I don't.
Jacob has it. Chelsea has it. She has it.
Joshua says, yeah, I think Finn, Damian,
It's called
and
mum-child
Dom,
syndrome.
right, will soon break up. How soon, Travis, do you think that the Judgment Day will break up?
They're not hinting at it, and usually once they start hinting at it, it's about a month. And so it could be anywhere from 3 to a year, 3 months to 12. I mean, they're better. Like, Finn Balor's better in a group because he's never going to do anything individually.
Right.
Like, those days are over. He doesn't have any more runs in him.
Did you bring me a different mouse? Did the green one give you the croups? You okay now?
Miss Pomfrey.
Robbie's like, some D squared caps are 160 pounds. Rip off.
What the?
That's a lot of money for a cap. It must
Well, I mean,
be
obviously,
something very special.
it's like a weird brand name or something.
Or a brand name. Yeah. You sound terrible. Got the croops?
We're fighting ones.
Avocadabra.
You can't block that one.
This match is so great, guys. We're making the cat's tail a wand.
They're just for the NBA playoffs right there. The dribbling going on. It's like Steph Curry.
Is Finn bleeding?
I don't know. He does have holes in his head.
I'm in his like nose and mouth part.
Women have 10 holes and they only have babies out of one. It's not gross. It's true.
You're so weird. Did you answer that question about the...
Yeah, I said 3 to a year.
Robbie says I read that. Robbie's like, fruit roll-up. He calls like, for years I thought I was allergic to grass as a kid. But golly gee whiz, I'm dealing with it every week cutting the lawn.
Oh my gosh, Lorenzo Kane's retiring. Look at, they're bringing him a golden cane.
That's his retirement?
Yeah, because he's old.
Oh God, that's so weird.
That's so hilarious.
Robbie's like, don't mock D. Some people really do have asthma. My dad does. But then you laughed afterwards, so I don't take you serious.
Does he have real asthma, or did his mom tell him he had asthma?
It was like Munchausen syndrome by proxy. Exactly. Robbie's like, is Finn better heel than face?
Oh, absolutely. But he can play the baby face.
It says your cat's probably allergic to the dye in the fabric, so the green one is like that green dye allergy.
Right, like the red dye in your food. Whoa!
He does it weirdly sometimes.
Finn Balor
like
reverses
I said, it's not
it.
all the time. Well,
Here it
I'm not here all
comes.
the time, so.
Finn's
all
gonna
days.
win it. Here he goes. Why wouldn't he go up top and hit his coup de grace? Finn's mouth's all bloody. He's bitten his
that's what
lip
I
or his
thought.
mouth.
Joshua says, I think Ravi has a face. Didn't Finn beat Seth for the Universal title years ago?
Like 7 years ago, yeah.
Ravi says, yeah, my dad has asthma.
Ouch.
He's got the asthma.
Like the real one where you can't like go upstairs.
If you walk up the stairs, you're like, oh my God, I got the COPD.
Where's my machine?
I've got the black lung.
I need my inhaler.
It's too long.
I know a guy that has like a quarter of one lung. That's it. Like he got the other one taken out and his main lung doesn't work. He's still alive. And he uses his Wellbutyrol. He does a full treatment so he can smoke. So, because he can't suck on the cigarette because his lung doesn't work. So he has to do a breathing treatment so he can get a drag. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You know what I mean? Like,
that's a good question. It's always a good question. Finn's
like,
do you
and how do
want
you
it
not
or
have
go to the
cancer?
top? Right?
Like, no, I don't get cancer.
I still have lungs.
This is Ron's older brother.
Like,
Ron's
how did
85.
Where did he put his lungs at?
Well, he got one taken out. And then the other one
why?
is because of whatever.
Smoking
Yeah.
or whatever. Oh.
Yeah, he's got COPD so bad, though, that the one isn't there. And then the other one just is working at like 5%. If that.
That's funny.
And he wakes up every day and smokes and drinks and like just lives life.
He's
Obviously
just
can't breathe. Like, how do you live without oxygen?
I don't know. It's like, Ravi says, yes, D, he does. Okay. Joshua says, Ravi, you like Finn as a heel?
I like Seth as a heel, but they're like, the crowd's making him be a babyface.
But not really a babyface?
Right.
He's like that in-betweener guy.
Yeah, he's perfect.
He can be a douche, but he doesn't have to be a douche.
Right.
But if he is, they still like him.
Yeah, we'll hear him.
Uh-huh. Is that really them?
Yeah.
Must be the other part of the crowd.
Whoa! Finn
Oh,
rolls him
no.
up.
Oh, no, he went all the way through. Ah!
Backwards, a reverse! A reverse!
Curb stomp on his forehead. Now a real
Another
one.
curb stomp.
Lay on him.
That's it, guys.
The end
It's over.
of an era.
It's over.
Hey, well, that was predictable. Hey, Sophie is still in here. We got the predictability happening. Predictability.
So predictable.
Okay.
So let me get this straight. So Finn's in a group
Right?
that are like the cheatingest group in the world right now.
Right.
He's in the most important match of his career.
Right. And they don't come and help him.
Nobody shows up.
Damien's like, I'm butthurt because I didn't win.
Dominic just won. Rhea, she could have done something. But instead, they made it fair. Nobody shows up. Seth wins clean. That's some bad storytelling.
I don't know. Robbie's like, so can Seth get the job done? Yeah, he did. Martha's like, yawning while I'm off to sleep now. Good night. Bye, Martha. Joshua says, yeah. LOL. Robbie's like, yeah, Joshua Finn is a better heel. Joshua's like, Seth Rollins won? He sure did. He did win. He is your winner on the Raw, guys, for everything.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner. He's one win away from being the world heavyweight champion. Is he going to face Edge?
Well, that would be weird.
Will it be AJ Styles?
I don't know. It's going to be interesting to find out.
I feel like whoever wins out of that side, I got to go look real quick again. I can't remember. Sheamus is on the wall. Oh, Bobby Lashley.
Yeah.
So it could be Lashley.
You have Austin, Bobby, Sheamus.
Yeah.
And you have Rey Mysterio.
Right. He doesn't.
AJ Styles
and
Edge.
Right. So it's either Edge and Bobby or AJ and Bobby is my guess.
I have a feeling that Bronson Reed's going to come down and fuck either Theory or Bobby.
He's on a different show.
Oh, that's right. He wouldn't be there. He's on Raw.
He's on Raw.
Oh, okay.
And so that leaves just those two over there. So
or they'll fight so much.
They can.
And Sheamus wins. Right. And then goes up against AJ Styles. Didn't he have a fight with the Brawling Brutes or something?
Yeah, I mean, to me it still seems like either Bobby wins the whole thing, but I don't see Bobby Seth. And so to me it's AJ Seth is the story that makes the most sense.
Yeah.
But it could be Edge. But Edge is a good guy too, and Seth's very popular. So AJ, and he's that weird heel right now.
Yeah.
But I don't know if they want to put the title on AJ, but it would be worth it.
True. Yeah, he just came back though, so I don't know. It kind of well, it doesn't really matter.
Well, he has.
I feel like the first couple wins of this title is going to be nothing.
Well, it is. It's shit. That's why I'm saying. That's why I'm not saying put it on Seth. That's dumb. So find somebody else to put it on.
Yeah. Anyways, let's see. Robbie said, "Do you sound like Jack Black then?" And Piccolo says, "Abba dabba predicta, Billy Willy BB." Right? It was like, "Good night, guys, haha." And Joshua says, "That would be a great. Haven't seen Edge for a while." Luna says, "Raw starting for me since I'm now on the West Coast." Well, it ended for us, and that's the end of the show tonight.
West Side.
All right, everybody. Thanks for joining us tonight. We really appreciate you guys coming out and hanging out with us tonight on Monday Night Raw. We'll be back again on Wednesday for AEW Dynamite.
We appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching Wrestling Gab. Bye-bye.